Former President Trump is expected to be arraigned in New York City Tuesday. Texas Democratic Congressman Al Green.
The president is innocent until proven guilty. He is deserving of all of the due process that the law affords. He can have motions filed before the trial judge such that he can bring these issues to the attention of the court, and the court will make a ruling.
The former president facing charges relating to hush money payments to a porn star. There's a new Fox News poll on President Biden's approval rating.
52% of Democratic Party voters would like to see someone else as the presidential nominee in 2024. 44% want Biden to be the nominee, up from 37% in February. Now, Biden's approval rating remains underwater by some 12 points among all registered voters, and his approval among Democrats is near a record low. Former President Trump now holds a double-digit lead over Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in a hypothetical 2024 Republican presidential matchup.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
Tonight, enjoy mainly clear skies with a low of 30. It'll be sunny with patchy clouds and an afternoon breeze tomorrow. Sunday's high 60. Breezy tomorrow evening, clear to partly cloudy tomorrow night, low 43. And cloudy with occasional sun Monday, also a few showers in the afternoon. Monday's high 61. A bit of rain late Monday night and Tuesday. Watch for strong thunderstorms with the high of 68. I'm Sally Sherman on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Dr. Gorka here, and you know me. I am very cynical about products, especially those that claim to help people suffering from pain. So when I tell you that Relief Factor truly works, I want you to know that I mean it. I suffered from a stiff lower back for almost a decade, one so painful it made it difficult to kneel in church on Sundays. When I finally decided to give Relief Factor a try, I didn't ever imagine that I would find myself free of the pain. But that's what happened. Now I take Relief Factor every day. Almost 70% of the more than 500,000 people who have tried Relief Factor end up ordering more. That's because it works for them the way it worked for me. Isn't it time for you to get out of pain? Your first step to becoming pain-free should be to order the 3-week quick start for the discounted price of only $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF to find out more about this offer. Feel the difference.
One of the most important decisions you can make as a parent is where you send your kids to school. But these days, it's never been harder to know which school is best. Public schools have changed a lot, and you might be thinking about sending your child to a private Christian school. But you also know that private school can be expensive, and in this economy, you might think it's not an option. Well, think again. With halfpriceschools.com, you can purchase tuition vouchers for half the price of normal tuition for private schools. For nearly 10 years, halfpriceschools.com has helped families from all over Chicagoland make the dream of private school a reality. And that can be the reality for you and your child too. Just go to halfpriceschools.com, search for a private Christian school near you, and purchase a voucher. It's that easy. Visit halfpriceschools.com. That's halfpriceschools.com. Sponsored by the Harry Moon book series. Online at harrymoon.com.
Retirement planning can be complicated. From asset and legacy protection to retirement income and extended care, you need a plan. Tune in to Retirement and Income Radio, hosted by well-known Chicagoland financial educator Mark Kohler. Mark helps listeners in or near retirement protect their savings from market volatility while creating lifetime guaranteed income. Listen to Retirement and Income Radio Sunday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 560, The Answer. Or call Mark now at 844-619-SAFE.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome to this week's edition of Black and White Radio on AM 560. Okay, buckle up, because I think this is going to be a heck of a show. We got Trump indicted, first former president indicted. The left is cheering. They're happy. They're excited. If you go on the cesspool that's called Twitter, you see all type of stuff about Trump. I think it's going to backfire. I really think this is going to backfire. You want to? I personally believe Alvin Bragg just handed Trump the Republican nomination for sure. And if Trump plays his cards right, quite possibly he'll be the 47th president of the United States of America. That's what I believe. I was kind of shocked. Republicans stood their ground for the most part, and they showed outrage. They really did, and that kind of shocked me. I was listening to Glenn Beck, and I want to play this soundbite. It's about 1 minute and 49 seconds, and I want to play it all because I thought Glenn Beck hit it right on the head. And I think what they want from us, those of us who stand with Trump, that are still believe in Trump, they want outrage. They want us to take to the streets. They want us to tear down. They want us to burn down. They want chaos because they want a crisis. They want to be able to point the finger to Trump again and say, this is what he did. And I hope people that stand with Trump I hope they don't take the bait, because the bait has been set. But do not fall for it, because if you fall for it, they're going to come after us with no holds barred. I believe that with everything. I want to play this Glenn Beck clip. And before I play that, we got a couple of school board candidates coming on today's show. And I found it ironic that the news media, they all got the memo. If you listen to all the news, all you heard them say, no one is above the law. 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 They paired it the same talking point, which, the media always does. But I want to play this Glenn Beck clip. And Troublemaker, once I finish this, I want you to give me your perspective of this. I hate that the prosecutor's not coming in this week, because I really had some questions for him. I know he said he'll call in to talk about this, because as you know, Dennis Reboletti is a former prosecutor out in the Will County area. But listen to this. Listen to what Glenn Beck. I'm telling you, he hit a home run with this. Here it is.
We are at the iceberg. And the reason why this is happening to Donald Trump is because they need you. They need you to riot, to burn, to shoot, to target. They need that because everything is about to collapse, and it can't be blamed on them because they're the ones who are going to say to the rest of the world, see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you let free people be free. That's why we've got to put a lid on it. Instead of the rest of the world looking at the elites, all those with answers, and say, look what you have done. You have collapsed our economy. You and your expert advice have devalued the dollar. You and your experts have taken the greatest nation to ever bless the earth and flush it down the toilet. We are no longer a superpower. And they need you for cover. Pray for your country like you've never prayed before.
Amen.
Pray that every single American that sits behind one of these today understands the gravity of their words. Lord, may you humble all of us in these days.
Amen. Troublemaker.
Not only are they trying to take Donald Trump off the table, bloody the man up, make him look bad, lock him up if possible, or just make him look bad enough where he won't be electable. Our country is under assault. Our Constitution is under attack. The First Amendment is under assault because of why? This man chose to speak his mind during his presidency. He didn't actually do anything, make any law to oppress any of us.
No.
All he did was speak his mind, and they hate this man.
And he exposed them.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. But he spoke his mind, and they hate him and want to lock him up because he spoke his mind. The First Amendment is under attack. The Second Amendment is under attack. Our liberty is under attack.
Don't forget, freedom is under attack.
Of course, without the First Amendment and the Second Amendment, you don't have freedom. Sure. But I want everybody to remember something. Barack Obama said, we're going to fundamentally change America.
Transform.
Transform, change America. Change was his slogan. And Joe Biden is carrying this out.
Yeah.
Republicans, you better impeach this man as soon as possible. You better drag every last one of his underlings in front of Congress. You beat them up. You bloody them up. Don't let them control the narrative. Don't let the story just be about Donald Trump. If they want him to be I don't know if they want him to be the nominee or lock him up, but if they want to make him the center of attention, you make Joe Biden the center of attention. Yeah. We're going to have two bloodied candidates. We're going to have Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
The Thriller in Manila.
That's right. We're going to have Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier to vote on in 2 years. Right. Well, less than 2 years. That's what I want.
Revlon, how about this? How is it that Bill Clinton paid $850,000 in a civil settlement, but no criminal charges? How is it that Hillary Clinton just paid that $113,000 for the Steele dossier, but no criminal charges? How is it that Barack Obama paid $375,000 in campaign finance violations, but no criminal charges? How is that they pass all these up and then go after Trump for a payment made through a non-disclosure agreement that was violated and is beyond the statute of limitations, from what I'm understanding, for misdemeanors and felonies? Why? Because the rules are for thee and not for me.
Well, not only that, we had this debate. You didn't believe me over a year ago when I told you the FBI is basically in the pocket of the Democrats. And I told you that the CIA basically was in the pocket for the Republicans.
And I told you the CIA has changed how they go about doing it. CIA once was in the pocket of the Republicans.
Right.
But now there's this weaponization of government that the Democrats, now that they put their underlings in these positions where you can't just root them out. You can't just go into the FBI, the CIA, and root these people out, who the deep state. I've always believed that there's an administrative state that runs and controls our systems of government. And to root them out, it's hard. Most of them are ghosts.
Yeah.
You'll never find them. You'll never discover who they really are. I know Cream Puff Jim is on the line to come in. I hate to say Cream Puff. Jim, we're going to take you after the break, but I know he's calling in to Globe. You see what he said?
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
You see what he said? Trump's mugshots.
Yeah, but see,
that's what they were after, right?
And you know what? And that's silly talk. You know, because that's all they want is the clown show. They want the circus.
Right.
You know, this is what the media loves. And guess what? They're making the same mistake they made last time when they made him the center of attention and cleared the field for him, and he became president.
Teflon Don.
They doing the same thing again, because once this case falls on its face, guess who's going to come out like a phoenix, like he always does?
Yeah,
Donald Trump.
Teflon Don.
Wow.
Blake Moore, because you said what changed after 2008? Barack Obama. He ushered in an era of weaponization of government like we've never seen before. And when people think J. Edgar Hoover was a bad dude, this new left and how they're weaponizing government ain't got nothing on J. Edgar Hoover.
Well, let me tell you something. J. Edgar Hoover had the goods on people.
Everybody.
This government don't need the goods.
No.
They make up the narrative. They make it up as they go along. And people just fall in like Jim.
Yeah, Jim. He's Jim from Chicago.
Progressive
right?
Jim.
Progressive Jim. I will call him that.
Progressive Jim.
I like that. I like that as a moniker for him, because he's definitely progressive. You listen to the Black and Right. Cream, Jim, Progressive Jim, Mitchell Jim, hold the line. We'll take your calls when we get back.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
Historically, according to Professor, quotation marks, Drenton, tidiness is intertwined with status. You keep a nice house with a nice pantry, you're an oppressor.
Well, what should we do with them, Dan?
Dan, I know the only thing you make for dinner is reservations. The only thing in your pantry is like a bottle of Jim Beam. Couldn't it be said that you're the most racist person ever?
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I'm 70 years old and I took it for 5 days and it was just, the 5th day I was just like I was back. It was like I dropped 10 years.
I'm improving. It gives me energy. I can get up and I can go out, work, and mow the grass and do things like that. And, you know, and people notice, what are you doing that's helping you? And I said, taking the balance of nature. And so it does good.
Start your journey to better health with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first preferred order. That's 1-800-246-8751. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Hi, I'm Navy Dowdy, best-selling author and executive producer of a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs from Wharton, MIT, and Stanford share a strange concept I call the income doubler. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right, if the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are on track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. Call Navy Dowdy & Associates now at 1-800-392-9595 to get a free copy of the movie and talk to a specialist to see how to get a bigger, better retirement with less money. That's a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free, and I'll even pay your shipping and handling. No credit card required. Call right now. 1-800-392-9595. That's 800-392-9595.
There are more than 40 million people enslaved in the world today, and that number grows every day. Most of them are women and children.
They lock you in cellars or in rooms with no windows, and 95% of girls that are born in the brothels remain trapped in the brothels for the rest of their lives.
SOS International is working to make freedom possible for these women and kids, and with your help, today can be the day another victim comes into freedom.
By the hundreds, we are saving those girls and bringing them to a secure place, a place that is a safe home for them to grow in.
Just $150 makes freedom possible for a trafficking victim. It provides shelter, food, counseling, everything they need to start a new life. Make freedom possible now. Dial pound 250 and say Chicago Cares. Every gift given right now will be doubled to free yet another woman or child. Dial pound 250 and say Chicago Cares. Or go to 560theanswer.com/SOS.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Troublemaker. I just want to really quickly say something, Troublemaker. You see this shirt I got on, right?
Yes.
I got this shirt on that says masculinity is not toxic.
Ooh,
So
nice.
I posted it to my Facebook page. Why did I get all these white males coming after me?
What do you mean?
They were trolling me.
They weren't white males. Those were white, progressive, trans men.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Valon, stand up, brother. Y'all see the Troublemaker in the Room shirt. You know, I really didn't want to do this. I've fought and pushed off doing merch for the Black and Right radio show because I didn't want to lose the substance of Black and Right. And always talking about going on my posts. You see all this stuff about selling stuff. Dude, I just want to get on the radio and talk. And I got pushed into doing this.
Right before you go to the calls, I have something to say. I got to push back against Glenn Beck and you.
Mm-hmm.
How many rights are we going to let the left take away from us? You see what they're doing about freedom of speech. They're trying to lock Donald Trump up because of the freedom of speech, and they will try to lock all of us up if we say things that they don't like.
Right.
They're trying to take our gun rights away from us. You all are saying don't feed into the left with protests. No, what I'm saying is don't be scared to protest.
No, yeah.
Just don't go crazy.
Don't lose it. That's what I'm
Don't
I'm
lose
saying.
it.
Don't do what the left does.
Yeah, but Glenn Beck didn't he didn't parse it the way he should have. Protest, express your right, exercise your right, just don't go nuts.
Right. Don't go breaking stuff, tearing stuff down.
Just don't go nuts.
But I can't, dude, can you wait till the day that Trump gets up to New York? Do you understand the sea of red hats, the sea of Trump people that are going to be out there?
I hope so.
It is. They may shut down New York,
I hope
the
so.
Manhattan area.
I hope so.
All right, here we go. Let's let them gloat. Jim, welcome back to Black and White.
Hi guys. I'm thinking to myself, the first couple of mug shots in his first pinch will be worth 10 times as much as his last pinch.
Oh.
So you got to get the mug shots in his first pinch. It's like a baseball player. It's like Mickey Mann's rookie card. They paid $12 million for it last year. Well, in his fourth season, you couldn't get $50 for the next shot.
Yeah.
So Trump, you got to get your hands on these first mug shots.
Jim,
Now, I don't know,
Jim, let me ask you.
You think Trump? I think Trump might sell at Mar-a-Lago in the pro shop down there.
Okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you a real question, Jim. Do you really think that this prosecution is legit?
Absolutely.
How?
Absolutely.
How? Explain it.
How about the Democratic candidate was cheating on his wife and he took $12 million and he busted up?
That was from his campaign.
Right,
You're talking about Edwards.
This is similar.
No, it's not.
But this is just the beginning, gentlemen. This is only the beginning. This is his.
But you're sidestepping, Jim.
Yeah.
Do you think it's legit?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
Oh God.
Alan Dershowitz, Twirly, and all of the people that
Democrats
got more
might have.
that have more knowledge of the law in their pinky finger than all of us combined.
Yeah.
Said this is a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, but Dershowitz and the
They're
other guy
Democrats.
have. No, but they're not Democrats. They sold out to Fox News.
No, they're independent thinkers.
They're only on Fox News. You don't see them.
No, they're on Newsmax as well.
Anyway, guys, what's the difference? You guys have a great show, and it should be fun Tuesday. You guys take care. Have a good night, guys.
All right, take it easy, man.
Yeah, he completely sidestepped that.
He can't answer
because you're right. But to your point, he can't answer that question because everybody, even some Democrats know.
Yeah,
they know this is BS. They know this is full of you know what.
Yeah,
come on.
So
come on, man.
And people, and you know what? If people was from the street, had a little street savvy, they will know that 30 counts means nothing.
Right.
That they just hit you with 30 different counts, but it's really all one count because if anything was to be resolved, it'll all be not consecutive. It would be what's the other one?
Valon, how about this?
What's the other one?
What?
If they have a judgment against you, it's not consecutive.
Concurrent?
They run it concurrent.
Yeah.
But
remember this, Valon. You can take this cup into a grand jury and indict it.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows that.
Everybody knows the grand jury
but
system.
Do we have
reformed, in my opinion?
But is it a judge that will have integrity?
So who is this judge?
It's the same judge that ruled on Steve Bannon's case.
So he's going to let it proceed.
I believe he will.
Oh, come on.
That's why I said if it was a judge with integrity, he would say, "Listen, it's a statute." He'll use whatever and say, "Listen, statute of limitations. You can't even bring this."
This is his meal ticket. This is his meal ticket for a lateral promotion.
Yeah,
or a promotion. This judge is looking at, hey, I want to sit on either one of the appeals court, or I may want to one day be on the Supreme Court and be known as the judge that had Trump in his room and got him convicted.
And not only that, this is Bragg's a promotion. Even if he loses, people are going to say he was that fighter, and he can run for whatever office he wants to run.
Yeah, I don't know about nationwide though.
Not nationwide.
He'll never be able to run on anything nationwide. New York is just like Illinois.
Yeah,
it's a lost cause right now.
And he'll be happy just to be governor one day.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's his motive,
right?
But isn't this the same? Not Bragg, the one prior to him, that
Letitia James?
No, did Maxwell, or is this a different, or was this in the Southern District of New York?
That did what?
Did the Epstein trial.
Oh, I don't know.
Was that Letitia, or was that, I forget the guy name that Bragg took over for. The Bragg took over for a guy,
Yeah, he
right?
took over for a guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, was this the same district where the Giselle Maxwell, where, everything has been covered up and sealed?
I don't
But
know.
all these people, all these prominent people who were on this list, been to the Epstein Island, but no one will ever know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You have me over a barrel with that.
Miss me with this. This is why this is preposterous. I mean, every citizen should be outraged about this because guess what? Trump said it right. They're not after me, they're after you.
Yeah.
They're coming after us, the people.
Yeah.
And we cannot allow this to stand.
Yeah. They want to shred the Constitution. Your First Amendment right, your Second Amendment right, your freedom to protest. Like, you can't protest in China. You can't protest in Cuba. You can't protest in Russia.
Do you remember when Joe Biden was talking about entering the race and Trump was talking about all that stuff with, I got $1 billion and you ain't getting this $1 billion. Remember that?
Yeah, the quid
And they
pro
said
quo.
that if Trump went after him because he was somebody that was going to be running against Trump,
Yeah.
that he couldn't do that. You
the
remember
standard.
that?
I'm glad you brought
You
it up.
remember that
I was
standard?
going to remind you that. Just because he was running,
right?
They couldn't. They didn't want to proceed
Right.
with any kind of charge
See,
at all.
That's how we fight back.
Yeah.
To hell with these rules.
Yeah.
Go after them.
Yeah.
Break them down. Break their necks. And I don't mean that go out and break a physical neck. I mean, for you little libtards out there, and you people and you trolls and you soy boys out there, you know that. You know that's what they'll say.
That's why I'm calling on the Republicans in Congress to move forward quickly, hard,
right,
harshly.
Stop placating with these people. Mitchell, welcome back.
First of all, do you realize that Bill Clinton, when he was the Attorney General for Arkansas, would have a state police bring prostitutes to his mansion? And then I don't see the Me Too movement over at WCPT talking about all the affairs that JFK had and LBJ. JFK had Italian prostitutes left and right. He was having sex with secretaries. And by the way, he didn't need to. The only difference between JFK and Bill Clinton is that JFK paid his prostitutes. Bill Clinton just raped them. Okay? So when you have a serious flaw. This is a joke. It's the biggest red herring. It's to distract you that you have a president that can't talk. This is all nothing but a red herring.
It's a distraction, too, yeah.
Yeah, so the reality that this is going nowhere.
And Mitchell.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Mitchell. China is rearranging the world on the China's becoming, everybody's going to start using the yuan. Think about that. Hey, let's throw this distraction out there. Trump getting indicted, but the whole world is collapsing.
And Mitchell, don't forget about Joe Biden and his two fingers with what was her name? Reed. What was her name?
Oh, Tara Reid.
Tara Reid. Yeah.
By the way, as you know, that they shelved all the documents and they put it at the University of Delaware. And when he was on 60 Minutes, there's 20 seconds when the guy asked him directly where he can't answer it. Her name was Tara Reid. Okay?
Yeah.
So Biden, sloppy Joe Biden, he made all these horrific acts, but it's okay if you're a radical Democrat because that's acceptable.
All right, Daddy-O. You got Daddy-O, man. Come on.
Daddy-O.
All right. Oh, thanks so much for calling us, Mitchell. But I'm tired, man, of the double standard, the hypocrisy, and those of us on the right just sit down, sit pat. Time up. Rise up. Jim, take you when we get back.
What happens when two of the sharpest political minds from opposite sides of the aisle sit down and go beyond the talking points? Find out on Tuesday, April 25th, when AM 560's Dan Proft goes head-to-head with Juan Williams from Fox News at Beyond the Talking Points, presented by Fox Valley Coins, live at the Meridian Banquet and Conference Center in Rolling Meadows. Tickets are on sale now at 560theanswer.com/beyond. Sponsored in part by Blue Star Security.
I'm Joe Chiuro. Tornadoes ripping through parts of the Midwest and South yesterday, killing at least 18 people, some of them in Little Rock, Arkansas. Fox Weather's Max Gordon is there.
Incredible scenes from this neighborhood. The power pole at my feet looks like a pencil that's been snapped in multiple pieces. Just amazing to see. just the scenes of destruction here. This tornado struck at about 2:30 in the afternoon.
The dead include 7 in Tennessee's McNairy County, 4 in the small town of Wynne, Arkansas, and 3 in Sullivan, Indiana. Former President Trump's son, Eric, is speaking out about the arraignment of his father.
People are coming up to me, giving me hugs. The support is unbelievable out there because people understand that we've literally become a banana republic, that they've made a mockery out of our legal system.
Eric Trump earlier today on Fox and Friends Weekend. America is listening to Fox News.
Let's face it, talking about life insurance is never easy. But after we watched a close friend lose her husband with no insurance, we decided that wasn't going to happen to our family.
Yeah, but shopping for life insurance can be almost as difficult as talking about it.
But then we heard about Ethos Life Insurance. They're a new kind of life insurance, built for people on a busy schedule who don't have time for unnecessary doctor's visits, fine print, or hidden fees. You know, who want to keep it simple.
I couldn't believe how easy it was. We answered a few basic questions, and within minutes, we had an estimate of what it would cost and what sort of policy made sense for us.
I never imagined life insurance could be so affordable.
And accessible.
The peace of mind knowing that our future is secure, it just removes a lot of the fear around getting older and...
Yeah, the unexpected.
I'm glad we talked about it.
I'm glad we went with ethoslife.com.
Go to ethoslife.com now for your free estimate. That's ethoslife.com. ethoslife.com.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Guevalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
When your home or business has an insurance claim, the next step is very important. The claim process with insurance can be tedious, hard to understand, and difficult to navigate. You need someone working for you. You need a licensed claim adjuster. Why? The insurance company will send out their inspectors that work for them, get paid by them, and represent them, not you.
This is Dan Lights from Crosscom. We inspect your property, file your claim, negotiate the damages, and maximize your settlement with your insurance company. If we complete the repairs approved by your insurance company, our service is free. Crosscom Public Adjusters has turned denied claims into approved claims. We've also increased insurance claims anywhere from 23 to 1,000%. We are licensed by the Department of Insurance and work in Illinois, Northwest Indiana, and Southern Wisconsin. Crosscom Public Adjusters, 630-871-5500. Online at CrosscomInc.com. That's CrosscomInc.com. Crosscom, building trust for over 20 years.
Have you been struggling to find an easy, safe, and secure document scanning solution for Salesforce.com, Microsoft 365, SharePoint, or OnBase by Highland? Your struggle is now over, and it's time to get your documents and operations into the 21st century with IoT Smart Connected Scanning. It's easy to turn physical paper into digital documents and have them directly uploaded to the cloud with IoT Smart Connected Scanning from IDT. And you don't need a degree in computing or IT to make it happen. Using QR code technology uniquely configured for your specific business, anyone can set the IoT Smart Connected Scanning device up in 5 minutes or less, saving your organization money and valuable time. Remote employees can even capture documents and send them safely and seamlessly. Organize documents efficiently and securely with IoT Smart Connected Scanning from IDT. To see a demo or to order now, go to ready4idt.com. That's ready4idt.com. Use promo code SMART and receive 10% off your order. IDT, putting paper in its place.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Yeah. I'm in my DMX mode right now. That's where I'm at. You know, welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. Live in studio with the troublemaker. Babette, leave me alone. If you want following the YouTube link, Babette's going in on me. She's also the host of Belly of the Beast, heard right after this show from 7 to 8 p.m. with her good friend Raquel Mitchell. It's a great show. I hope you guys tune in. I came with receipts, though, because the left was losing their minds back in the day when Biden was thinking about running for president. MoveOn.org. You know that? Remember that group?
Mm-hmm.
We thought we had seen it all. This was from October 10th, 2016. No, when he's talking about Hillary. We thought we had seen it all, but now, @Real Donald Trump is promising to imprison political opponents. Debate. Keith Olbermann, former ESPN guy. Trump's threat to imprison his political opponent is a threat to imprison all his opponents and lethal to democracy. Joy Ann Reed, your good girlfriend, Verlon. Lock her up was peak authoritarianism. Countries that lock up whoever dare to run against the autocrat are the kinds we used to send election monitors to. Send her back is pure white nationalism, making white citizenship automatic and black and brown citizenship conditional. Yeah, you remember that?
Wait, listen.
By the way, I'm not done. At the Democrats' actual Twitter page. In America, we don't send our political opponents to jail and get Donald Trump. Michael McFaul, embarrassed for my country by this channel at RNC 2016. And I was there. I remember it. Lock her up. Dictatorships lock up the opposition, not democracies. I have so many of them here. Look at that. You see them. If you're watching the feed, look at this. I got so many of them here. Of all these Democrats, these leftists, Barbara Boxer, Putin and dictators jail their opponents. So would Trump. Biggest shocker of the night.
Listen,
Yet, what has happened to our country?
Joy Reid is such a beautiful, sexy woman. I'm not going to respond to what you just said. I'm gonna give her a pass.
Really? Because she's black?
I said a beautiful, sexy woman. I said nothing about her.
You gonna give her a pass?
Yes, she gets
because of her idiocy, though. I'm talking about policy. What she said. Who gives a crap how you feel?
I don't
her?
put her in the same idiot category as an AOC.
Oh, God.
You know,
she's a leftist,
and she has an agenda. She's not an idiot. She knows exactly what she's saying. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's not an idiot. She's all in for the call.
I'm DMXing today, bro.
You see
I'm
her?
DMX because you know why? You know why, Villan? We are that one generation away that Reagan spoke about so many decades ago. And if we don't fight for her, you know, our kids are going to wake up saying, whatever happened to America? What happened? Where were the fighters? Where were the trench fighters? Where were people willing to get in the foxhole and fight?
Nope, you're fooling yourself. They don't know any difference. You forget they're indoctrinated at an early age. They don't know what America is. They know what the leftists are teaching them.
Yeah, and it's incumbent upon us as Americans to push back against this foolishness, this nonsense that's out here. We're losing our country. China is taking over.
Too many sheep, not enough wolves.
All right, let's go to Jim from South Elgin. He's been holding quite some time. Jim, I got my DMX on today. I'm rough riding today.
Well, that's good. Alpha male is always good for people, especially for attractive women.
What's going on, Jim?
Well, anyways, also people should know that, you know, over the years there's been hush money paid to so-called victims by the members of Congress over the years. There was quite a bit of money spent to keep these ladies shut. So I think we should have Bragg, who can only brag about the higher crime in New York, investigate members of Congress too, don't you think? That's only fair.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was legal. It was legal,
what
Jim.
Was legal?
It was legal for members of Congress, both sides of the aisle, to take taxpayers' money. It wasn't their own money.
It's not anymore, though. Right?
Not
Didn't they give it
anymore.
up? Yeah.
But after 2019, it hasn't been legal. But before that, it was legal, so they can't investigate them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, anyway, so I think this whole thing's a sham, and I think it's going to backfire big time on these guys.
Hey, Jim.
Also,
hey, Jim.
Yes?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your statement.
Oh, I was just going to say, you know, there was some information. I sent you guys some show prep regarding people don't want to run for office and owe the city money and things. I guess it's illegal, so maybe Brandon can't run for mayor because he owes the.
He'll be paid. He'll be paid up before he takes office.
Yeah.
Trust me, we talked about it. We talked about it.
It's just interesting, right?
Yeah. Hey, Jim.
Also, yes,
Jim,
sir.
I haven't seen your name pop up buying some of this merch, though. blackandwhiteradio.com. Head over there.
All right, I have to do that.
All
And
right.
also, just a little local elections here out in Elgin. Just want to give a few shout-out. Some recommendations by conservative people. Dave Captain for the mayor of Elgin. There's a lady named Rose Martinez and Karen Jones for the Elgin City Council. School Board 301, Morgan Pappas and Fred Voigt for 301. And also a friend of mine, Enoch Isendrop. He's running for Gale Borden Library in Elgin. These people need to be supported because these are the kind of people that are going to help change some of these local boards around.
Oh, nice. Thanks so much, Jim.
So elections coming up. Vote, and good show, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
The phone lines have blown up, Villan.
All right, it's time to hear what's on everybody's mind.
Guys, Peter, Jan, Kip, Dr. Pida.
Pida.
Mike from the South Side. Hold the line. I'll take you guys when we get back from break because DMX and telling you. Come on. Let's go. We'll be right back.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
Well, I got plenty of energy. Now, I'm 75 years old. I work 12 hours, 14 hours a day.
I noticed a big difference after like a day or probably I would say 2 days of taking it. Like you get like a lot of energy from them.
My body definitely feels better, and I do have more energy. I can just tell totally. I got to use that stuff. It's great. I'm serious. Even like complexion's even better, tell you the truth.
Start your journey to better health with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first preferred order. That's 1-800-246-8751. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Poor Sam was a mess. Always itching, licking. His paws were soaking wet. He had bald spots on his back. DINOVITE.com. 2 weeks after he started Dynamite, I started seeing great improvements, and today 99% of his issues are non-existent. Dynavite is nutrition. Dynavite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynavite from DINOVITE.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-507-4900. That's 800-507-4900.
Hi, it's Amy. Big news. Mike Lindell and MyPillow are launching the MyPillow 2.0. When Mike invented MyPillow, it had everything you could ever want in a pillow. Now, nearly 20 years later, he discovered a new technology that makes MyPillow even better. The MyPillow 2.0 has the patented adjustable fill of the original MyPillow, and now with the brand new fabric that is made with a temperature-regulating thread. The softest, smoothest, and coolest pillow you will ever own. Great news on the MyPillow 2.0. It's now buy one, get one free with promo code Amy. The MyPillow 2.0 is machine washable and dryable. MyPillow 2.0 with its temperature regulating technology is 100% made in America and comes with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Just go to MyPillow.com and enter promo code Amy to receive the MyPillow 2.0 buy one, get one free offer. And just when you thought MyPillow couldn't get any better, MyPillow 2.0 gives you the best sleep ever. Don't forget promo code Amy or call 800-489-0201 to get your MyPillow 2.0 now.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Switch your attitude. Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560. The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Troublemaker. Troublemaker, you got my blood pressure up. I need some. Darren Prof, come on, man. You need to bring some more 120 Life back in here. I don't see any. You?
He doesn't want to come back from Florida.
Yeah, he still needs to tell him to send it because I drink them all anyway.
I'll probably send him a text.
Yes, yeah, probably. You know. Let's go back to the phone lines. Peter from Wilmette, welcome to Black and Right.
Gentlemen, how are you?
How you doing?
Good. Is this the same Verlon that used to call in the Dick Case show?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God. What's going on?
Yeah, you know. All right. I don't want to talk about that, but the low class the guy was, and like all the CPT guys, they're in a world of I don't know. It's like they all took mushrooms and they haven't come down yet.
Wow.
You know, guys, I was going to vote. I was not going to vote. I voted for Trump the first time. I was not going to vote for Trump in the primary. If he was the nominee, I would certainly vote for him. But now, after this debacle of this arrest, I will be voting for him in the primary. I'm saddened that Ron DeSantis can't get together with Trump and let him be the VP. That way, he'd have a shot at 12 years of Trump-type policies.
Yep. America first.
John, as you said, and I don't want to call you a white supremacist.
I'm the blackface of white supremacists.
But to say our country is at its, it's going downhill fast is an understatement.
Yeah.
And it's just sad that people on both sides just don't see it.
That's so true.
I mean, we got China focusing on minerals to make what? Oh yeah, electric batteries.
Yep.
Who wants them? The Democrats for green energy, which is a sham.
That is
it
so
can
true.
It can be an add to, but it's not going to take over our country's energy grid. Never will. And China's focused on the ball when we're focused on making sure that Johnny can become Janie.
Or hey Peter, or that Peter, because you're born white, you're racist. You're inherently racist. That's what we're focused on today.
Oh, yeah, no, I got you. And I'm sorry to call in and ruin your day, but hey, the other thing, guys, too, is these where are the Nancy Pelosi? You heard her statement about he can have his trial to prove himself innocent.
I got this right in my list.
That is something that lady actually means.
Yeah.
And when you were talking about all these Democrats, John, with Joy Reid, Verlon, I have to tell you, brother, you came down a couple notches. You're in love with that woman.
Come on, it's sarcasm. It's sarcasm.
No, he believes it.
No, that's not sarcasm.
He fixing it. He fixing it.
No, now listen. I'll be honest with you. Who I am smitten with is Jean Pierre.
Oh God, Sideshow
she's
Bob.
beautiful. Now she's beautiful for real.
What did Sean call her?
Now you're really listening. But look, these guys. John, the reason they're not held to what they said about Trump putting people in jail is because they're Democrats.
Correct.
And Democrats can say whatever they want. Apparently, Democrats aren't too upset about assault weapons when a transgendered individual shoots.
Oh, good one.
But if someone else shoots somebody with an assault weapon, oh my God, the world's coming to an end.
Verlon and I are going to touch on that in the third hour. But here's what Nancy Pelosi actually said: the grand jury has put it in my, as Rush Limbaugh used to say, my formerly nicotine fingers in my stack of stuff.
Oh, don't we miss Rush?
Oh, I miss him.
Too.
The grand jury has acted upon. Wait, listen up, Pete. The grand jury has acted upon the facts and the law. No one is above the law. There's that media phrase, that talking point, and everyone has the right. Listen to this. Everyone has the right to a trial to prove innocence. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Hopefully the former president will peacefully respect the system, which grants him that right. Yeah, I thought it was the other way around.
I'm hoping that the liberal judge that has this case come Tuesday, who apparently doesn't like Trump because he convicted him on something in the past, I forgot what it was, but I'm hoping for the good of the country that this judge looks at that prosecutor and say, you are an idiot. I'm throwing this out. You have no standing. And maybe it can repair what's been damaged. However, just like the impeachment process, they impeached Trump in an afternoon, so there's the precedent. If we impeach Joe, we need a few senators to stand up and say, this guy's taking our country into the toilet, and we need to get rid of him. And Kamala the following morning.
Yeah. Hey, guess what?
A president in an afternoon, we can do a VP in the morning.
Yeah. Take out the big guy. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, the big guy. We all know that's Biden, the big guy.
One more thing before I go, guys.
Go ahead.
What do you think the odds are that Bankman-Fried guy is going to get a pardon
Ooh.
by Biden.
Ooh, high chance.
That is my prediction. I have not heard anyone say that, so let's mark it down here.
I'm going to mark it down.
Let's do it.
I'll be
high.
I believe that Biden's already been paid off by the parents who are locked in with the Democratic Party. And I think there's millions stashed somewhere that this kid's put out there.
Of course.
And I will bet you Joe is going to pardon the worst of the worst who have already paid their dues. And then the day after, he's going to go, who am I? He's going to play the Hall of Famers. And people will complain about it for a week or two.
Yeah.
But this Sam Bankman-Fried, I will bet you that it's going to get tossed in there.
Thank you, Peter. Thanks so much for calling us. We got to go to break.
Thanks
brother.
a lot, brother.
Thank you. Peter filibustered the time. Jan, Kip, Doc, Pydock, and Michael. I got to take you guys' call when I get back from break. We'll be right back.
With madness on my brain, I resort to violence. My killers move in silence like you don't know what I style is. New York killers are wild. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it.
One of the most important decisions you can make as a parent is where you send your kids to school. But these days, it's never been harder to know which school is best. Public schools have changed a lot, and you might be thinking about sending your child to a private Christian school. But you also know that private school can be expensive, and in this economy, you might think it's not an option. Well, think again. With halfpriceschools.com, you can purchase tuition vouchers for half the price of normal tuition for private schools. For nearly 10 years, halfpriceschools.com has helped families from all over Chicagoland make the dream of private school a reality. And that can be the reality for you and your child too. Just go to halfpriceschools.com, search for a private Christian school near you, and purchase a voucher. It's that easy. Visit halfpriceschools.com. That's halfpriceschools.com. Sponsored by the Harry Moon book series. Online at harrymoon.com.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
We now return to Black and White on AM 560. The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and White Radio on AM 560. The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Troublemaker. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Pydock, what's going on, brother?
Hey guys, first of all, I got to say I love the merch. It looks great.
Thank you.
Secondly,
Wait. Why you say that though? You have an interest of why you saying that though, right?
Oh well, yeah, because my wife made it, and I actually worked on Verlaine shirt myself. So
thank you. Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah, thank you.
Jack Designs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jake Designs. Yeah. So here's one of the things I think has been failed to be talked about, and that is the judge that has been overseeing the grand jury component. Now, what a lot of people don't know, and you guys know, I do my homework. The guy's name is Juan Merchan, and he actually immigrated to the United States at age 6 from Colombia. He attended university, got his bachelor's degree in 1990 from part of the City of University of New York, which was a Baruch College, and then got his JD from Hofstra University in 1994. Yeah. From that time forward, he first worked for the Trial Division of New York County District Attorney's Office, Investigation Division for New York County District Attorney's Office, Deputy Assistant Attorney General in charge of Nassau County Region, Assistant Attorney General in charge of affirmative litigation for Nassau and Suffolk counties. He worked his way up. He ended up becoming a judge in 2006 for Bronx County Family Court, then New York Court of Claims, and now he's New York County Supreme Court acting justice for the criminal term. Now, here's the thing that is interesting. This guy not only grew up in the borough of Queens, but he has been part of the New York political machine since he entered the practice of law in 1994. What I think is interesting is that he was also the judge that oversaw, one of the last callers was mentioning that he oversaw a criminal case for Trump, and that's correct. He was the presiding judge for the Trump Organization criminal case where there was a complaint of tax fraud. Trump Organization ended up being found guilty, and it had to pay $1.6 million in fines.
Yeah.
This is the same judge that strong-armed Alan Weisselberg into pleading guilty, and then he, of course, ended up going to jail. But Trump has been quoted on this particular that particular case, or at least the current case as well as the previous case, that the case has never been charged before, and this guy hates me. And he also went on to say that the judge strong-armed Alan Weisselberg, which a judge is not allowed to do, and then treated his companies with vicious intent when they chose to plead not guilty. So, I mean, even though this guy has a really strong background in law, I still raise the question, is there any chance of bias with the fact that he's been part of the New York liberal machine for his entire career?
Of course there's bias there.
I understand that, but I wanted to raise that point because we need to take a look at his practice as well as his pedigree. So,
all right. Thanks so much for PyDoc for giving us a call, man. That's
awesome.
Homework.
That's awesome.
Let's go to Jan from Wheaton. Jan, welcome to Black and White. You got about a minute.
Okay. This is Jan. I'm from DuPage County.
Mm-hmm.
It's come to my attention that quite a few of the Election Day polling places are going to be closed on Election Day, and I'm a little worried about chaos. I've talked to the election authority and told them they need to update their webpage and their phone message to alert people to this fact and to let them know that DuPage is a vote anywhere and give the full list of all polling locations. I'm really getting tired of the fact that they act like Election Day is an afterthought and everybody should be voting earlier by mail.
Wow.
Scares me.
Yeah. Mike Z and Babette, what's going on in DuPage County? Why are they closing these polling stations? That's a very, very, I don't understand it.
And I'll tell you, the reason that the attorney told my friend when she called to complain a few days ago was that some of these churches didn't realize Election Day was going to fall in the middle of Holy Week.
Yeah, I'm just now catching his voice.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Jan Shaw, I'm just now catching your voice. You guys at Illinois Conservative Union, you guys do a wonderful job, especially with the election integrity unit that you guys are doing. I just really hope that everything you guys are doing come to fruition.
Well, I'm hoping people don't get too confused.
Yeah, we got to go. Thank you, Jan. Mike, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
When you're serious about your concealed carry training and education and are ready to learn from an active police officer with a teaching degree, check out Illinois Concealed Carry Training in Midlothian. You'll learn safe, responsible firearm use, home defense planning, conflict avoidance, situational awareness, and how to remain physically, morally, and financially safe in the event you must use your firearm in self-defense or the defense of another. Weekday and weekend classes available.
I'm Sergeant Gary Carr, police firearms trainer and the owner of Illinois Concealed Carry Training. We'll arm you with what really counts: knowledge and training. All concealed carry curriculums are not created equal. This may be the single most important decision you'll ever make for yourself and your loved ones. Choose between 3 and 16-hour classes that are available both weekdays and weekends. We are your one-stop for concealed carry classes, fingerprints, and legal defense plans.
Register for a class today and get 10% off class fees with promo code AM560. Visit IllinoisConcealedCarry.com. That's IllinoisConcealedCarry.com.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM560, The Answer. WIND Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com. On the AM560 mobile app. Tune in, iHeart, and on Odyssey.
Anticipation ahead of the arraignment. I'm Joe Giro, Fox News. Former President Trump expected to be arraigned in New York City Tuesday to face charges related to hush money paid to a porn star. Republicans heaping on the criticism of Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, who worked to indict the former president.
House Republicans want Bragg to testify and hand over documents related to this investigation, but Bragg's office accused Republicans of partisan politics, writing in part, quote, "Based on your reportedly close collaboration with Mr. Mr. Trump, in attacking this office and the grand jury process, it appears you are acting more like criminal defense counsel, trying to gather evidence for a client than a legislative body seeking to achieve a legitimate legislative objective.
Fox's Nate Four in New York. At least 21 people were killed from tornadoes and severe weather yesterday in multiple states. Arkansas, one of them. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
In a federal perspective, I would say that everyone is working in total lockstep, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure the people of our state are back on their feet again.
The governor declared a state of emergency. The city of Little Rock among the areas pummeled. Mayor Frank Scott Jr.
We deem to believe at least 2,100 residents within the western portions of Little Rock and southwestern portion of Little Rock were impacted. We know from Energy Arkansas, 27 to 30,000 homes are without power.
Deaths also reported in Indiana, Alabama, Tennessee, Illinois, Mississippi. The Israeli military says a Palestinian driver rammed his vehicle into a group of Israelis in the occupied West Bank today. Earlier in the day, Israeli police shot and killed a man who they say tried to snatch an officer's gun at an entrance to a Jerusalem holy site. A Ukrainian court has ordered a leading Orthodox priest to be put under house arrest for allegedly justifying Russian aggression, a criminal offense. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
Bundle up if you have to go out overnight. Mainly clear, stargazing sky. Cold, though, with a low 30. Warmer tomorrow with sunshine and patchy clouds. Breezy in the afternoon to wrap the weekend, high 60. Come Monday when you get back at it, clouds and breaks of sun with a couple of showers in the afternoon. So hold on to the umbrella, high 61. I'm Ruth O'Brien on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
When you're in the market to buy or sell a home, commercial property, or even vacant land, let attorney Susan J. Kim step in. She's reliable, responsive, personable, and extremely thorough when helping you deal with an otherwise stressful transaction. Attorney Kim leads with her values and is committed to providing legal services with excellence. To contact Attorney Kim, visit sjkimlaw.com. That's sjkimlaw.com. Whether it's drafting agreements, negotiating contract terms, or closing on a property, attorney Susan J. Kim can do it all. Over 10 years of experience and her wealth of knowledge tackling complicated legal negotiations and breaking them down into a smooth, easy-to-understand process is what she does best. So let attorney Susan J. Kim step in. To schedule your legal consultation today, visit sjkimlaw.com. That's sjkimlaw.com or call 847-906-3166. Susan J. Kim Attorney at Law is a state of Illinois licensed real estate attorney.
Dr. Gorka here, and I want to talk to you for a minute about 100% drug-free Relief Factor. I've been taking Relief Factor for years now to help me deal with pain in my body. My wife takes it as well. The reason we tell everyone we know about it is simple. We found it really works to help our bodies fight off the inflammation that causes aches and pains. Whether it's the pain of injuries you've sustained or just the natural pains from the mileage over the years, Relief Factor can help. I've never looked back. Almost 70% of the more than 500,000 people who have tried Relief Factor end up ordering more. That's because it works for them the way it works for me. Isn't it time for you to get out of pain? Your first step to becoming pain-free should be to order the 3-week quick start for the discounted price of only $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF to find out more about this offer. That's relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. Feel the difference.
Hi, this is Carl Amari.
I'm Lisa Wolf. Join us every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. for all things entertainment on Hollywood 360.
If you love classic radio shows, The Shadow, Jack Benny, The Lone Ranger, Dragnet, Gunsmoke, and many more, we have them for you on Hollywood 360.
We'll also present trivia contests with prizes, showbiz news, celebrity interviews, games, and movie reviews.
So don't miss Hollywood 360 every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow. Just
Welcome
like
back.
the demeanor.
Hour 2 of Black and White Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. If you missed the first hour, head over to 560theanswer.com. Download the podcast. You can listen to it wherever you travel, no matter what city, state, country you're in. Proud to say I have a lot of countries that listen to this show, Valon. A lot of different people from all over the world that tunes in or either listens to it through podcasts, the podcast version, you know. And also, I got a new something to say now. Head over to blackandwhiteradio.com and download the merch. Go ahead and do it. I'm actually, it's not just about me. I have a heart of service. There will be, still trying to work out what the percentage will be. But everything that's sold out of that store, I'm going to probably pick a charity every month and send proceeds to a charity every month. Because I have to give back. That's my heart. I want to help as many people as I possibly can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's great.
So, all right, Mike's been holding for a very, very long time. Mike from the South Side. Welcome back, brother.
John,
what's going on?
Verlon, it's a pleasure to talk to you both.
Yes, sir.
By the way, John, you're going to make me lose weight. Because I'm too fat for your shirts, so I have to lose.
No. I can make whatever size you need, baby.
Cool.
No,
cool,
but what's going on?
Well, there's one aspect about the whole Trump drama that's especially disquieting. You know, the fact that the prosecutor who's going after Trump is black.
Yeah.
The black community has complained long about the alleged systemic racism of the criminal justice system, and now we have a black man essentially playing the oppressor.
Ooh, that's an interesting perspective.
Very disturbing.
But I was talking to DJ Pete, who's on the boards today, and Verlon before the show started. When did it become acceptable for people who are running for office to campaign on going after citizens? When did that become accepted?
Yeah, and he's a lawyer. You're not supposed to do that when you're a lawyer.
You know?
And to your point, this is what a lot of white people are afraid of. Soon as you take the reins of power, like somewhere like here in Chicago, now you're the oppressor. You just said the perfect word. Now you want to dish out punishment as soon as you get some power. That's not the way it goes. I was always raised that two wrongs don't make a right. You know, so you got a point, man. I like your point.
Yeah, that's actually a valid point, though. You know, but guess what? You can't make that argument because it's racist, right?
We can,
right? But we can, we do. We just did.
They're just gonna call us names.
Three black guys just did that?
Yeah,
how about that?
You're right, but they're just gonna call us names.
But great point, Mike. Thanks so much for calling us, Mike.
Well, thank you for taking my call.
No problem. But Verlon, I mean, when did that become the accepted norm now?
When Joe Biden took, I can't say just when Joe Biden took over. A little before Joe Biden took over. I think Chicago set the precedent for oppressing people once they took the reins of power and letting people go that they deem were oppressed.
Yeah. So I want to just, because I know we got a guest, I think, coming into studio in the next segment, but I want to kind of prep for the third hour, Verlon, with this. They're coming after our guns, because the moment that shooting happened in Nashville, Tennessee, Jed Davis, who's a state representative in the district that I used to serve in, he spoke at the IGO, and he made this statement. He said, the Second Amendment fight is a cultural fight, not a constitutional fight. They want to take it to the Constitution, but they don't want to deal with the cultural aspect of the fight for the Second Amendment. What do you think about that?
Well,
he's a Republican too.
Well, the attack on the Second Amendment started a long time ago. I don't know if they're ever going to break through, but I tell you one thing: if we give up on any of our rights, I don't care which one in the Constitution, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. You know, I know they keep saying, well, military-style weapons. We need to start, I know you do,
Right.
but we need to start putting the numbers in their face. Yeah, this is a tragedy, what happened to these kids,
It was.
the other kids. But if you look at the numbers, over a 10-year span, it may have been 250 of these incidents, maybe even a longer span, maybe a 20-year span. But in one weekend in Chicago, come on,
You
man.
can't talk about that.
Or just say, take 1 year in Illinois. You got 1,150 murders the year before this one. This one was close to 1,000. And you want to
4,000 something shot though. Don't forget that.
Don't forget that too. But let's just take the deaths because they want to focus in on the deaths of these kids. You talking about in 10 years you only had 250. In 1 year you had 1,150. You can't compare the carnage that the Democrats let happen so they can control power. And not only that, forget that. Let's just compare the guns.
Yeah.
They focus on military-style weapons, but handguns are being used to commit the most murders.
Knives. Don't forget knives, though.
But to come full circle, what are you gonna do? Right. Ban all guns? Right. Because that's what you want.
What does my hat say?
Nope. You want to ban all guns. You don't want to just ban military-style weapons. You want to ban all guns. But this would be the first step. And what did I just say?
Yeah.
Give them an inch. What?
Right.
They'll take them out.
Country mile. You know, the clip says Randy Weingarten. I thought it was what's the former talk show host? Rosie O'Donnell. I thought it was Rosie O'Donnell.
Talk show host? You mean actor?
Actress.
Actress.
Remember she had a talk show too.
Oh man.
Listen to what she says.
An epidemic that our great nation must solve. And how many lives will be shattered before we have the courage to do what Scotland did, what Australia did, what New Zealand did, what other great democracies do?
Listen to this.
We must solve this epidemic. And that's up to us.
Now, you know what she's talking about?
Just what I just said.
Outright ban of all.
But you know what? I respect her saying it instead of trying to dance around the bush. Tiptoe around the subject. Just say you want to ban all guns.
Come take them.
And I respect what you have to say, and then I'll say what your hat says.
Come take them.
Nope. But you know what? We'll never solve this problem until you solve the human heart, what ails the human heart.
Yeah.
You can't legislate evil, but you got to try to help what's wrong in the human heart. And it starts with these Democrats, these leftists, turning our society upside down with just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, I just got a text. Hey, man, nice discussion. Just saying, the NRA, and this is factual. The NRA was formed in 1870 in part to defend the rights of black Southern Republicans to keep and bear arms in the face of state laws against them by white Southern Democrats. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. But now the NRA is racist, and, do you know some of the work that the NRA does as it relates to inner city kids with guns and the Friends of the NRA? I remember going to a couple of events where kids, it's like this whole schooling for kids and learning how to operate and use guns. I set my AR. I remember setting my AR out and my handgun out one day and saying, shoot. It wouldn't shoot, Valon? Did you know that?
No.
The inanimate object wouldn't follow my commands.
I thought if you just thought it would happen. ESP or
there are not enough guns in the world. There are not enough guns. There are not enough guns in the city of Chicago. There are not enough guns in the streets of LA. And I mean by law-abiding citizens, because you got these ugly, nasty, vile leftists wanting to take that right away because they understand the power of taking away the Second Amendment. Joe Walsh, who used to be on this station, he's leading this show. We have the First Amendment because of the Second Amendment. You don't have the Second Amendment. Every portion of the Constitution is null and void. And world leaders know and understand this. You remove this army of Americans, 300-something plus million guns, from out of the hands of people, and what happens?
The government takes over.
Happens.
Yeah.
Tyranny happens.
It'd be China.
I remember something talking about people need to read the Declaration of Independence. They need to read what our founding fathers talked about. But they've shut us up and silenced us. We'll be right back.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
Historically, according to Professor, quotation marks, Drenton, tidiness is intertwined with status. You keep a nice house with a nice pantry, you're an oppressor.
Well, what should we do with them, Dan?
Dan, I know the only thing you make for dinner is reservations. The only thing in your pantry is like a bottle of Jim Beam. Couldn't it be said that you're the most racist person ever?
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
I'm Lisa, and I'm a family medicine physician, and I'm 51 years old. And thanks to Balance of Nature, I feel great. Being a family medicine doctor is the most fulfilling career in the world. I'm never ever bored. I help people, but it's also incredibly stressful. My approach to stress is to exercise, and I exercise hard. With Balance of Nature, I recover about twice as fast. Fruits and vegetables are so important to keeping healthy, and we try to vary things up. But there's only so many things you can actually purchase at the store, put on your plate, and eat in a day. And so even if your diet is fantastic, Balance of Nature adds little bits and pieces that maybe you're not getting already. So it's extraordinary research. My advice in my practice is just keep eating healthy. And Balance of Nature is a great way to get anything that's missing from your diet.
Start your journey to better health with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first preferred order. And get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Recent events have reminded us how fragile the stock market and your life savings can be. What would happen to you if you lost 30, 40, 50% or more in the market? It could likely destroy your quality of life and impact your plans for the future. Let this be a wake-up call to sit down and review your financial situation. Take control of your future today and call Wealth Management Group 833-WMG-PLAN or visit investwithwmg.com. All investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC.
For aging parents or loved ones in need of daily care in the comfort of their own home, look to the European American Association, or EAA. Assisting Chicago's elderly for over 30 years, EAA currently serve over 800 clients and employs 600 home care aides, annually trained and certified according to state rules and regulations. Authorized by the Illinois Department on Aging to provide home care services for seniors in the city of Chicago. Family members can also be hired and trained. Jobs include grocery shopping, meal prep, light cleaning, companionship, and personal care. EAA will match the client and worker based on language and ethnic background. EAA's over 30 years of expertise in care for the community brings you or your loved one professional daily living support. For senior care or to be employed as a home care aide, search online for European American Association or call 773-342-5868.
Floor Coverings International takes pride in making your flooring experience seamless. From the in-home consultation to installation to the final walkthrough, Floor Coverings International ensures you're completely satisfied. Your home is your sanctuary, and it's probably your biggest investment. When you need new floors, you want to make sure you're working with a team you can trust. Check out the Google reviews, and don't let the name fool you. Floor Coverings International is locally owned and operated. Visit floorcoveringsinternational.com today.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the troublemaker himself. Valon, do you recall, I believe it was right during the COVID lockdowns, it was out in my area, Oswego 308, a school board person that said this.
Many parents have stated to us this week that we work for them, the taxpayers. This is a misconception. And so I'd like to take a moment to explain Illinois school governance and the role of the school board, taken directly from the Illinois Association of School Boards. And I quote,
I can't take her anymore.
She sounds like AOC.
I can't take her serious because The moment you say that you don't work, you're a government employee, but you don't work for the people, I tend to drown you out.
But I want to hear what the government said the standard is.
I despise you.
People need to know what the standard is.
We played this on the show before.
Government tyranny.
Here we go.
Public education is the responsibility of the state. The state shall provide for an efficient system of high-quality public education and services. To carry out this constitutional mandate, the Illinois General Assembly enacted a body of laws known as the Illinois School Code. That statute prescribes how public education works and what shall take place in the public schools. The courts have held that the General Assembly has absolute power over education.
That's why you need
Okay,
to
now I have two questions.
Go ahead.
Does she get a paycheck?
Yeah.
Okay. She gets a paycheck. Is she elected by people?
Okay.
Or appointed?
We'll answer that later because I don't want to take up her time.
All right. I got you.
But that's one of the reasons why I'm so glad we have Nelda Munoz, who's running for school district 220 in the Barrington area. Villan, I always say that I believe the immigrant is going to save us. She's an immigrant from Albania. She's running as an independent. She didn't choose the party because she wants to be independent of party pressure. And I love that about her. She, for the last 12 years, she's run a successful telecom company and would like to bring her experience to the Barrington School Board. Nelda Munoz, welcome to Black and Right.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So here's my question. You went viral on TikTok. 1.4 million people saw you address the 220 school board district in Barrington. What was it that pushed you to first of all speak before that board, and then gain a desire to run for office for hopefully change?
Well, I was hoping that the district board would listen to our parents' voices, and many times I have shown up to the board meetings and they were not listening. So finally I said, fine, I am running and I'm ready to replace you all.
And what was their response?
Well, you know what? I actually went to the school board in September and I told them to their face that get ready because they're going to get replaced. And that's what I'm doing. I have been consistent and whatever I've said, I have followed through.
Yeah. Prior to running or prior to COVID, had you been involved in school board districts, or have you ever been involved in politics?
Nope.
So you didn't pay attention to anything politics? You just lived?
Never.
Wow.
So,
it was COVID that woke you up?
It absolutely did, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You know how many people have said that? Talk to us about coming to America. And you and I talked over the phone, and I love what we were discussing, especially as it related to how immigrants who have left communistic societies or countries, and they come to America and they immediately see there's a parallel. You see what's happening in your home country happening in America. Talk to us about that.
Well, a perfect example. You're talking to the board, and there is not just me, but there is a bunch of Barrington, parents, concerned parents, via showing on the boards or emails or whatever, and it's going nowhere. It's just going in one ear and coming out the other. And that to me is, and on top of it, they double down. They approved these books unrestricted. So with that said, that sounds pretty, dictatorship.
Wow.
I mean, in Europe, communism was very dictatorship.
Yeah.
So, and I see it happening here. Nobody's listening to the voices of the parents, the taxpayers, and that has to stop.
Okay, to go back to the two questions that I asked John. Now, I know you're being elected. Okay, so that means you're answerable to the people. Do you receive a paycheck?
In District 220, no. No
Okay.
paycheck, but I am there to serve the community.
That's good, but you being elected, just like any other politician, you're answerable to the people. And to answer my own question that I asked John, that woman is so stupid. She doesn't even know that when you receive a check from the taxpayers, you are answerable to the people.
Yes.
So it's just stupid. We have people that are running things that are stupid. They believe in government rule. state rule. Basically, she read off the statute of the state, but she still doesn't understand that if I hand you some money, we all hand you some money, you answer to us because we're paying you. So now you know what you're up against.
And I'm ready for it.
You don't sound like you're cowardly at all. So what is your message to the parents and to the voters of District 220? What's your message? Why should people of 220 vote for you over the Republican, the Democrat candidates that are running for office?
I am running independent. I have been very consistent. I am concerned parent because I have kids in the district, and I would be very humble to get the District 220's vote and to represent the district, the taxpayers, listen to their voices, and most importantly, we have to bring academics excellence back into the classroom, and definitely also analyzing where our tax money is being funded to.
Yeah.
And that's
Isn't it a shame that you have to say you have to protect parental rights as one of your commitments of running? What does that say about our country? What does it say about our school boards when a candidate that's running says that they have to protect the parents' rights?
Exactly. And that's very sad that in America we have come to that point where we have to stand up as parents. And, we send our kids in the school thinking that they're protected, but they're not currently.
Yeah.
And they're being actually stolen from their innocence and from education.
Wow.
You have government zealots. You know how they call people that believe in religious zealots? We have government zealots, people that believe in the state. That's not your child. It's their child. These kids, our kids, belong to the state. Melissa Harris Perry said it once. It's not your kid. These are our kids to raise. That the product that we want to put into society is the state's responsibility.
Right.
The woman just said it. It's the responsibility of the state, not you as a parent.
Right.
And that's what they truly believe.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No way.
So here's what
I'm a mama bear.
Hey, so many of them woke up. So many of them woke up after COVID because, to your point earlier, you don't pay attention because you're out there trying to provide for your family. You're leading your households, and none of that matters. But here's what I want to do for you. I want to give you a minute to make your pitch to the voters of 220 as to why they should vote for Nelda K. Munoz.
District 220, my name is Nelda Munoz, and I would be honored to represent you, and I would love for you guys to vote for me on Tuesday, April 4th. There is still early voting happening tomorrow and Monday, and I am a mother who is not involved in politics. I am strictly running independent from any side influence, and my goal is, the goal is to bring academic excellence back in the classroom for our kids. We have lost 2 years during COVID, so we need to fill in the gap. And I need to bring the parents' voice back into the district and also have fiscal responsibility.
Where can people find you if they wanted to follow up on, as far as your race, how to get involved?
I'm very simple. I just go on Facebook and search for Nelda Munoz for District 220. And you can also send me an email at neldamunoz4d220@gmail.com.
Thank you. Nelda Munoz, I want you to stick around because we got another school board candidate that we're going to interview. You can stick around if you like.
Okay.
All right. You're listening to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
Don't Witness AM 560's Dan Proft going head-to-head with Juan Williams from Fox News, live at the Meridian Banquet and Conference Center in Rolling Meadows on Tuesday, April 25th at Beyond the Talking Points, presented by Fox Valley Coins. No filters, no spin, no talking points. Get your tickets today at 560theanswer.com/beyond. That's 560theanswer.com/beyond. Sponsored in part by Woodland Windows and Doors.
Fox News, I'm Joe Chiaro. Crews continue to comb through the massive amount of rubble left from deadly storms that ripped through multiple states yesterday, killing at least 18 people. In Belvidere, Illinois, one person died when the roof of a packed theater collapsed.
When severe weather comes through a city, how it can wreak havoc on a community. It came through, caused the roof to collapse, and now one person has died. At least 28 others are injured. At least 2 of those injuries are life-threatening.
Fox Weather's Maddie Hicks. Ukraine getting another U.S. aid package, the latest costing about $2 billion.
It's going to include everything from precise bombs. It's going to have anti-tank weapons, tank munitions, fuel trucks, radar equipment, and it'll put the U.S. contribution at around $30 billion for Ukraine's defense.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Kyiv. America is listening to Fox News.
Hi, I'm Navy Dowdy, best-selling author and executive producer of a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs from Wharton, MIT, and Stanford share a strange concept I call the income doubler. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right, if the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are on track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. Call Navy Dowdy & Associates now at 1-800-392-9595 to get a free copy of the movie and talk to a specialist to see how to get a bigger, better retirement with less money. That's a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free, and I'll even pay your shipping and handling. No credit card required. Call right now. 1-800-392-9595. That's 800-392-9595.
Database Support Specialist, Worksite, Chicago, Illinois. Employee may work remotely from anywhere in the United States. Mail CV to Jamie Bean, Ocean Incorporated, 100 North Riverside Plaza, Suite 800, Chicago, Illinois 60606. Email, jbeeachan@ocean.com. Again, mail CV to Jamie Bean, Ocean Incorporated, 100 North Riverside Plaza, Suite 800, Chicago, Illinois 60606. Email, jbeeachan@ocean.com.
You can't live forever, but your legacy can. For over 185 years, families have trusted Catholic Cemeteries of Chicago, with 47 locations throughout Cook and Lake counties, to set their legacies in stone. A prepaid cemetery plan locks in today's prices and safeguards against rising inflation. Visit CatholicCemeteryChicago.org or call 708-236-5490 to schedule a free consultation today.
There are more than 40 million people enslaved in the world today, and that number grows every day. Most of them are women and children.
They lock you in cellars or in rooms with no windows, and 95% of girls that are born in the brothels remain trapped in the brothels for the rest of their lives.
SOS International is working to make freedom possible for these women and kids. And with your help, today can be the day another victim comes into freedom.
By the hundreds, we are saving those girls and bringing them to a secure place, a place that is a safe home for them to grow in.
Just $150 makes freedom possible for a trafficking victim. It provides shelter, food, counseling, everything they need to start a new life. Make freedom possible now. Dial pound 250 and say Chicago Cares. Every gift given right now will be doubled to free yet another woman or child. Dial pound 250 and say Chicago Cares. Or go to 560theanswer.com/SOS.
We live in a high-tech world, yet nature is so complex that it's impossible for humans to even come close to duplicating it with all the technology in the world. Witness the spectacular things we see in nature and how they should inform one's faith in the latest book by Jeff Tischler, High Tech versus the Highest Tech. This 78-page paperback book is a must-read, packed with fascinating facts and colorful illustrations, laying out undeniable evidence for intelligent design and an all-powerful creator. And High Tech versus the Highest Tech is written in a way that all age groups can understand and enjoy. Get the book High Tech versus the Highest Tech by Jeff Tischler, offered through Milk and Honey Ministries for just $9.95, plus shipping and handling, with 100% of the proceeds going to missions. And for a limited time, $1 from each book sold goes directly to Food for the Poor. Order your copy today. Call toll-free 1-800-733-9262. Also available from Google Books or your favorite online bookseller. Special rates available for schools, churches, and mission outreach.
Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey. That's right.
Black and Right continues on AM 560. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Troublemaker, and Nelda Munoz is still here with us. So, continuing this discussion on school boards, I wanted to have some friends from the LaSalle County area that are running. They're grassroots approved, and I hope, Crystal, please, if I butcher your name, please not your last name. Please do not beat me up. I am the butcher of names. Bilal will tell you. Anybody that listens to this show will tell you that I butcher names. I love you. You know I do. So please don't beat me up. But we have two candidates who are running for the Illinois Valley Community College District 513 Board of Trustees. They want to ensure a conservative perspective in the boardroom, bringing accountability and transparency to our communities. Guard the fiscal health of the district. Always remember that there are your tax dollars being spent, and they want to be a voice and advocate for prioritizing education, not indoctrination. If I could vote, they'd have my vote on that last one alone. Crystal Lagren and Teresa Schmidt, welcome to Black and Right.
Thank you.
Did I butcher the last name?
Hey, John. Well, you know what? This is what I tell the kids in school. I say it's called lock, run.
Lock
Lock
run.
the door and run. Lock run.
Lock run. Oh, gosh. I butchered it.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah, it is a tough one. But you did a great job. And
Yeah.
we're really happy that you invited us on. This is a great opportunity. We've got our work to do.
Yeah.
And we've been working hard since December on this campaign trail.
Yeah, and you know I love you. You know you've always been one of my biggest supporters, and you know I will never ever forget just how supportive you've been of me over the years, and I can never forget that. But because I remember, didn't something happen in District 513 a couple of years ago where Beth from Yana, Beth Smith. They had to go there, and she had to testify. What's happening over in LaSalle County?
So, yes, this is Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Thanks, John, for having us on.
Hi.
Yes. So a couple of years ago, I think it was, there was a student at IVCC who received a 0 on a paper because he answered a test incorrectly with the wrong political point of view.
Wow.
And so his father was upset and came to the Smiths, basically, who then relayed that information on to other members of Yana and LaSalle County GOP. And that's when the group was organized and went out to IVCC and basically laid out their grievance about it.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And the acronym Yana, you are not alone, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. I've spoken there a couple of times. Beth does an amazing job of bringing some great speakers out, and it's not partisan. It's out there to let people of all stripes know that you are not alone in this political fight. So I appreciate
It's a
Beth.
wonderful organization, and that's what got me involved in LaSalle County politics. Yes.
Yeah. So here's the question: why are you guys running? What does Teresa Schmidt and Crystal? What do you guys bring to the table to make effective change on the Illinois Valley Community College?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I started at Pikes Peak Community College, Pueblo Community College, Colorado State University. Then I moved back here to Illinois, and I went straight out to IVCC for 9 years. After that, I was a substitute teacher in a local elementary school here in LaSalle for 10 years. And currently, I'm employed by NIU as an academic tutor for those students that have been impacted by COVID. So for me, it was just a natural process to be on this board. And I've seen education change with this diversity, equity, inclusion, and the critical race theory. I'm in the trenches with these kids.
Yeah.
And another one, too, is the SB 818 with Pritzker trying to shove this sex ed down our throats. I'm sick of it. And I knew I had to do something. And I reached out to Teresa, and here's Teresa.
So my background is in accounting and finance. I have an accounting degree at Illinois State University and have 40-plus years experience in the field as CFO, internal auditor, ran my own business, human resource director and accounting manager at a manufacturing plant. But the reason why I'm running is because two reasons, actually. I grew up in a household where community service and civic duty were on full display. My father was township supervisor for a number of years, on the county board for 18 years. My mother was always an election judge. So I knew at some point in time I wanted to use those values that my parents instilled in me. And when I've been watching the education here in the state of Illinois for a number of years now, and when you find out that college enrollments nationwide are going down 40% over the last 10 years, and that we've got students here in the state of Illinois who don't read or write at grade level. Only 30% are graduating on average here in the state of Illinois that can read or write at grade level. I knew that that's where I wanted to try and make a difference and get in and make some changes. So here we are.
I want to ask you both a question. Out of all the issues that the left is using to indoctrinate our youth, which one is the most destructive?
This clock.
We don't have the clock.
Yeah, hold that. I forgot about the clock.
I know.
Hold that question. Well, he'll ask that question after the break. We're talking with Teresa Smith, and I'm just gonna say Crystal. I ain't butchering your name, Crystal. Candidates for District 513, Illinois Valley Community College. We'll be right back.
Don't put your blame on me.
Balance of Nature, changing the world one life at a time.
I was born in 1938. I'm still very active. I swim in Lake Michigan all summer long. But before I started taking Balance of Nature, I was dragging. And I thought, what is wrong with me? I'm not getting old. I refuse to get old. So I had been watching your ads all these, for a couple of years or so. And finally I thought, I'm going to give it a try. And I'm telling you, I feel like a different person. I really do. You can tell by how strong my voice is.
Start your journey to better health with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first preferred order. That's 1-800-246-8751. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Dennis Prager here, and now is the time to sign up for our trip to Israel this fall. Mike Gallagher and I are headed back to Israel this October. Don't miss the Stand with Israel tour with our trusted partner, Inspiration Cruises and Tours. We'll visit amazing places in Israel, sure to profoundly inspire you with every step. Visit standwithisraeltour.com, standwithisraeltour.com, or 855-565-5519.
Want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom? There's only one name to remember: ForEverRemodeling.com. Not Core Ever Remodeling or Door Ever Remodeling or Explore Ever Remodeling. It's ForEverRemodeling.com. Need an addition or whole home remodeling? Don't call 1, 2, 3 Ever Remodeling. It's ForEver Remodeling. Want to finish your basement but don't know where to turn? It won't help to think of Store Ever or Snore Ever or Score Ever Remodeling. You want ForEver Remodeling. ForEver Remodeling is your go-to for the highest quality kitchen, bathroom, whole home remodeling, room additions, and basement finishing. So don't go to Decor Ever Remodeling or Implore Ever Remodeling or Dinosaur Ever Remodeling. When you're ready for your project to take off, go to 1098765 ForEverRemodeling.com. That's the number 4EverRemodeling.com. Again, the number 4EverRemodeling.com.
Retirement planning can be complicated. From asset and legacy protection to retirement income and extended care, you need a plan. Tune in to Retirement and Income Radio, hosted by well-known Chicagoland financial educator Mark Kohler. Mark helps listeners in or near retirement protect their savings from market volatility while creating lifetime guaranteed income. Listen to Retirement and Income Radio Sunday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 560 The Answer, or call Mark now at 844-619-SAFE.
Back to Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560 The Answer.
To Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. John Anthony with the Troublemaker and Nelda Munoz, who's running for District 220 in Barrington. Before the break, we were talking to two candidates. I'm going to get this right. Teresa Smith and Crystal Loughran, who are running for the District 5. Nelda, help me. You know, Nelda knows basically 6 languages. She knows 3. She can speak 3 fluently, and she understands 3 other languages. So, you know, she helped this guy with his Ebonics. So, but
oh, that's excellent.
Valon, you had a question right before the break.
Yes. What I was asking you two ladies was, out of all the issues that the left has used to indoctrinate our children, which one do you think is the most destructive?
I would have to say, in my experience in the classroom, is always pushing the race card. Why does color matter? I just don't understand. As a teacher, I can teach you to read with your phonics, help you with your math. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, Chinese, Hispanic. It does not matter. As a teacher, I can reach any child. And to remember that we're all children of God. And so the number one thing that aggravates me the most is when they want to play the race card. And that's what hurts me most as a teacher.
Yeah. And for me, it's actually the infringement on the parental rights that's going on.
Yes.
Because I think that is destroying the family, and that is unacceptable. And the other thing then also is that they, especially when you get to the collegiate level, where we're running for the board of trustees of, a community college, the parents and the taxpayers are actually the owners, and they're not treated that way. So again, it's an infringement on the parental rights, which starts down in K through 12 and it carries on into the community college level. That's my concern.
Wow, I love it. All right, this is what I want to do for you both. As I did for Nelda. I want to give you each a minute to explain to the voters of LaSalle County and District 513, Illinois Valley Community College, why they should vote for you instead of the opponents. Go.
Okay, I'll go first. I believe that with my experience, I want to get out there on that board. I think that at the college level that we need to do more community outreach. At one time at IVCC, we actually had daycare for the children of our community, and they chose to get rid of that. And then also we would feed the elderly. We had a Meals on Wheels program, and they got rid of that as well. Secondly, our local hospital is closed, and that is going to drastically impact enrollments at IVCC. Wow. And I definitely want to be a part of the solution. What are we going to do with our nursing students if our local hospital has been closed down? And I know that I have the tools, and I want to bring them to the table, and I want you to vote for me April 4th for the IVCC Board of Trustees. And this is Crystal Loughran.
Thank you. Teresa?
Yes. So as I mentioned before, the parents and the taxpayers are actually the owner of the community college. And so we want to make sure that they have a voice. We want to open up communication. I would like to have a committee basically of every community that is part of District 513 to have a representative that's going to have an open line to us on the board so that we hear exactly what is needed out there. I'm married to a farmer, and so ag is important to me, but also it's a big part of our local economy. So we need to make sure that our ag program at IVCC is doing what is needed so that our local economy survives and excels. So, and also the trades. We really think that the trades are an important part of what's going on and will be more important in the future even. So those are the things that we want to try and promote and make sure that people in District 513 have a voice through us. So as Crystal said, April 4th, please go and vote for Teresa Schmidt and Crystal Loughran for District 513 IVCC Community College.
Thank you so much. You know what? You guys really give me hope. Nelda, you as well. You guys really give me hope. People who are just normal, everyday people who want to protect their children and don't want this indoctrination to continue to sweep like the cancer it is. And it's and in my opinion, it's destroying who we are as a nation. And we need fighters who are unafraid and are willing to speak truth to power. So, Crystal, thank you so much. Teresa, thank you so much for joining Black and Right. Guys, you live in LaSalle. Where can people find you? Do you have any websites, any social media platforms?
So we have a Facebook page. All you have to do is just go to Facebook and type in Teresa Schmidt. It's Teresa, no H, and Crystal Loughran, and it should pop right up. Teresa Schmidt, Crystal Loughran, IVCC Board of Trustees, Grassroots Campaign. We also have an email, grassrootsapproved@gmail.com. Send us a message.
I may make a shirt on that. Grassroots approved. Oh, I'm making a shirt on that. Teresa and Crystal, thank you so much for joining us on Black and Right. Can't wait to get over into LaSalle County to come see you guys.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that sounds excellent. Thank you so much, John Anthony.
And thank Beth, because Beth was the mastermind behind
She's
this.
Listening.
Yeah, Beth was the mastermind.
Hey, Beth.
I love her and her husband. They are amazing.
We love her too.
Larry and Beth are great. So, thank you so much for joining.
We saw you. We were up at Charlie Kirk.
Oh, that's right. That's right. At the up north up here. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Mark, Man on the Street, I'm going to take your call when we get back from break. You listening to Black and Right? We'll be right back.
Poor Sam was a mess. Always itching, licking. His paws were soaking wet. He had bald spots on his back. DINOVITE.com. 2 weeks after he started Dynamite, I started seeing great improvements, and today 99% of his issues are non-existent. Dynavite is nutrition. Dynavite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynavite from DINOVITE.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-507-4900. That's 800-507-4900. At Ethos Life, we've busted all the myths about getting life insurance. Like myth number 1.
Life insurance? I can't afford that.
At Ethos, we have term life policies everyone can afford, with policies as low as $7 a month. Or myth number 2.
I have a life insurance policy through work. That's good enough.
With workplace coverage usually only equal to a year's salary, that won't nearly be enough to cover your family's ongoing and future expenses. A long-term, affordable policy from Ethos can give you the peace of mind that if something happens to you, your family is well covered for years to come. Myth number 3.
Getting life insurance? It's just too complicated.
At Ethos, our 100% hassle-free online process can give you a quote in seconds, application in minutes, and coverage in hours. With no medical exams or blood work needed, just answer a few health questions. Get your free online estimate at ethoslife.com. That's ETHOS life.com. Rates will vary based on age, underwriting, face amount, and type of policy.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. Let's go straight back to the phone lines to Man on the Street. What's up, brother?
Hey, Mark Watermiller, Man on the Street here, coming in hot. I'm out in downtown Wilmette. I just stepped out of a tavern to do this radio call. But
So you're a little loaded right now, what you saying?
No, I haven't had a drink yet. I got to get back to my date, so I only got 40 seconds here. I'm all in for Trump. 723 homicides last year in Chicago. Vermont said 1,000, but 723. We should be upset about this, and that's why we need armed security besides banks, casinos, weed stores. we should have the schools protected. So that's my thought on that.
Ohio just did it.
Two other quick thoughts. Wednesday, Peter Christoph's going to be speaking at the Three-Headed Eagle out in the Copper Fox in Geneva. Come on out. It'll be a bunch of conservatives. Vote Tuesday, and that's it.
Wait, Mark. You can't do it like that. Wait a minute. Honestly, I was talking about the year before, and I was talking about Chicago and Cook County combined. So since you said I was saying about 1,000 this year, what is it Chicago and Cook County combined? What's the number?
Okay, I don't have those numbers. You can go to heyjackass.com, has the Chicago ones. But Chicago specifically was 723 last year, 847 the year before. And this is outrageous.
Okay, and I need your opinion. And I need your opinion on the Trump indictment. What's your opinion?
Well, it's all, like they say, it's all political. This is a terrible thing. This is terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm all in for Trump, and I'm supporting Trump till the day I die.
Ooh, I am too.
Ooh,
unless he loses the primary and I have to vote for somebody else, I'm supporting Trump as well.
Trump's winning the primary.
He's not going to lose the primary.
Right.
He's ahead by like 110%.
Mark, I don't know if you heard a call of Peter that called early from Wilmette. He said, he wasn't going to vote for Trump. I said right before he called that's what's going to happen. A lot of people who weren't going to vote for Trump are going to come out and vote for him because they just made him a martyr, in my opinion.
Yep.
They just made him a martyr.
I agree.
All right, go back and get your drink.
Tuesday.
Go out and get your drink, brother.
Elections, we got to vote Tuesday, so it's very important for Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Mark. I see Rebelletti's cousin is an extremist, huh?
Uh-oh.
Rebelletti, call in in the second hour. I mean, the last hour. We got 2 segments. He got a text message. Hi, Dennis. I'm Emma with Citizens for Dennis. Citizens for Dennis Rebelletti. Vote to elect. Oh, that's him. I thought he showed me something else. Oh, hi, I'm Mindy. You see that one?
Yeah.
I'm Mindy. She, her, with the Democrat Party of Illinois. Our records show you live in Edison. Far-right extremists are running for school and library boards across Illinois. Don't let them win. I'm not going to say the people who they endorsing. For Addison School District 4, yeah. Have you gotten that too?
Yeah.
Like, you guys are extremists. You want to ban books. If it's not so much about banning books, it's about restricting them. Don't allow just any third, fourth grader, fifth grader to read this pornography, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Right, Vlon?
Yeah, of course.
Nobody wants to ban books.
No.
Well,
that's what they're saying. That's why Pritzker's dumping almost $1 million.
But it has to be restricted because there's a lot of porn in there.
Or at least
version,
rate the books. At least rate the books.
Right.
But they don't want to do that. It's all about indoctrination.
Yeah. But as far as schools arming their teachers, I'm 1,000% for that. I think you can get a lot of military, ex-retired police officers, people that are, and actually some teachers, especially. There's a lot of teachers that have served in the military. Allow them to. Ohio just did it. Mike DeWine just signed that.
You cannot have that conversation with a liberal or a leftist. I'm not even going to try to parse the word liberal. I know people are trying to bring the word liberal back. Rush Limbaugh has eviscerated the word liberal.
Yeah, he did.
Liberal, leftist, progressive. You are not going to be able to have a conversation about arming teachers. They are going to go ballistic.
I don't give a damn what they say. Have the conversation. That's what they do. They are incremental in their approach to everything they do. They don't want everything right away. Guys, hour 3 coming up next.
When you're in the market to buy or sell a home, commercial property, or even vacant land, let attorney Susan J. Kim step in. She's reliable, responsive, personable, and extremely thorough when helping you deal with an otherwise stressful transaction. Attorney Kim leads with her values and is committed to providing legal services with excellence. To contact Attorney Kim, visit sjkimlaw.com. That's sjkimlaw.com. Whether it's drafting agreements, negotiating contract terms, or closing on a property, Attorney Susan J. Kim can do it all. Over 10 years of experience and her wealth of knowledge tackling complicated legal negotiations and breaking them down into a smooth, easy-to-understand process is what she does best. So let Attorney Susan J. Kim step in. To schedule your legal consultation today, visit sjkimlaw.com. That's sjkimlaw.com or call 847-906-3166. Susan J. Kim, attorney at law, is a state of Illinois licensed real estate attorney.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com. On the AM 560 mobile app. Tune in, iHeart, and on Odyssey.
Still finding bodies. I'm Joe Chiro, Fox News. The number of dead from severe weather yesterday across the central U.S. has doubled today, rising to at least 21. There were confirmed or suspected tornadoes in at least 8 states spawned by the storms. 4 deaths reported in Wynne, Arkansas. Fox Weather's Will Nunley is there.
Among the many buildings, the homes destroyed here in the heart of Wynne is the First United Methodist Church. There was nobody inside, we're told, as the tornado rolled through. But the damage to this structure is significant. This was a church that was built in the 60s, the pastor tells me. Very well-built building. All of the windows blown out. But there's plenty of damage, even though the walls are still standing. Hallways here that have been flooded, not only from rain that was coming in from damage from the roof, but also burst pipes within the buildings. I spoke with the pastor. He says he's thankful that most of his congregation is okay, and right now, that's what they're focused on.
Over 200 tornado warnings were issued in 13 states since Friday. Security is getting tighter in New York City as police prepare for former President Trump's expected arraignment Tuesday.
The Secret Service and DA's office are coordinating everything that they need to ensure his safety. The indictment is under seal and will be likely until the arraignment, but based off multiple media reports, it's believed that this case centers around a misdemeanor charge of falsifying business records related to the 2016 Stormy Daniels hush money. DA Alvin Bragg is reportedly attempting to upgrade that charge to a felony by connecting it to a campaign finance law.
Fox's Nate Foy in New York. Protests continuing in Israel over a plan by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to pass legislation that would allow the executive branch to override almost any Supreme Court ruling. The change would also allow politicians to appoint most of the justices to the bench. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
It'll be mainly clear, stargazing skies overnight, but cold. That lows dip into 30. Warmer tomorrow, sunshine, patchy clouds, breezy in the afternoon to wrap the weekend. High 60. Come Monday when you get back at it, clouds and breaks of sun with a couple of showers in the afternoon. High 61. And more severe storms coming our way on Tuesday. I'm Ruth O'Brien on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Dr. Gorka here, and I want to talk to you for a minute about the 100% drug-free Relief Factor. We all deal with aches and pains in our day-to-day lives, and I have had my fair share, including injuries like a detached quad muscle that I can tell you fell into the category of really bad pain. But I've been able to manage the pain by taking Relief Factor. It helps your own body to attack and fight off sources of inflammation, the source of most of our aches and pains, and I've loved it for years now. Almost 70% of the more than 500,000 people who have tried Relief Factor end up ordering more. That's because it works for them the way it worked for me. Isn't it time for you to get out of pain? Your first step to becoming pain-free should be to order the 3-week quick starter pack for the discounted price of only $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com, call 800-4RELIEF to find out more about this offer. Feel the difference.
Hi, I'm Navy Dowdy, best-selling author and executive producer of a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs from Wharton, MIT, and Stanford share a strange concept I call the income doubler. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right, if the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are on track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. Call Navy Dowdy & Associates now at 1-800-392-9595 to get a free copy of the movie and talk to a specialist to see how to get a bigger, better retirement with less money. That's a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free, and I'll even pay your shipping and handling. No credit card required. Call right now. 1-800-392-9595. That's 800-392-9595.
Hi, this is Carl Amari.
I'm Lisa Wolf. Join us every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. for all things entertainment on Hollywood 360.
If you love classic radio shows, The Shadow, Jack Benny, The Lone Ranger, Dragnet, Gunsmoke, and many more, we have them for you on Hollywood 360.
We'll also present trivia contests with prizes, showbiz news, celebrity interviews, games, and movie reviews.
So don't miss Hollywood 360 every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot.
Welcome back to Black and Right. We've had a hot show for 2 hours. If you missed any part of this show, go to am560.com and download the podcast. With this third hour, we're going to mix it up. We're going to talk about the left coming after our gun rights, Trump, how they're trying to lock the man up, trying to get him out of position for running for president. Even if they lock him up, he can run for president from a jail cell. He only has to be over 35 years old and then and born in the United States, and he's both. And Chris Rock said it best. He said, you all are going to turn this guy into Tupac. Honestly, you remember when Tupac got perp walked and he got even more famous? You know, he was just talking to the cameras while he was getting perp walked. Well, they can't perp walk Donald Trump. The Secret Service isn't going to let something like that happen anyway. But it's all show. It's all a circus. But we got to get serious about our rights. Our First Amendment right to address our government when we feel we're being done wrong, to exercise the right to speak out and protest en masse. It doesn't have to be a riot. Don't let them put in your head that, if a bunch of people come out, they're going to riot. That was the first and only time in history that ever happened. And people just thought that our republic was stolen from us.
Yeah, but it just happened in Tennessee. And did you hear about it?
I heard about it, but I haven't seen any footage.
Oh, of course.
Was it the left?
It was the left.
Who?
It was the transgendered community. They went in there with a couple of other different groups. They went in there, and they were pushing back the cops. And where's the outrage about that?
You're going to have to explain that.
I thought that's not supposed to happen at governmental buildings.
How many was it?
It was a ton of people. During the break, I'll show you a video.
Okay.
It's been all over. I think either Dan and Amy or Sean. I think it was Dan and Amy. They discussed it.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
That's what happens, Villan. You know, rules for thee, not for me. Right?
Well, I mean, they change it up as they go along. It's always something different. It's always a different compound phrase. That's what I'm calling it now. When they keep putting all these words together and make up a new definition, it's always something new. I can't keep up.
Well, they monopolize language for political purposes and control.
Yeah,
that's what they do. That's what I talk about in my bio about what Black and Right represents. We come to expose that. We come to push back against that. You're not going to tell me I can't say something. I know Mike Z talked about on Facebook about your not even restricting. But I'm sorry, I still believe in freedom. I believe in freedom, real freedom. I've said it on this show before. Let the wheat grow with the tares. And the sifting will happen. We got, and the way we do that is we got to win. We have to win. And we got to have candidates like Nelda. We got to have candidates like Crystal and Teresa and all these candidates that Mark Vargas has been interviewing on his show, that Dan Proft has been interviewing on his show. If you got people that you want to call out, who you want to represent you and your children, call the show, 312-642-5600. That's 312-642-5600. Let people know that there are fighters that are out there pushing back and not taking this. We can't take this, Villan.
Well, we're not taking it. We're not taking it now. We fight. But when you got people like Merrick Garland sending the FBI on you and locking you up when you stand at a school board meeting and you just want to address the school when your daughter gets raped and they hog tie you with handcuffs and take you to jail, and you got to spend a life savings fighting it in court.
Yeah.
I mean, man, you put the fear of God in people. And then when you lock up people, they don't even get to defend themselves just because they were walking through the Capitol. Didn't actually do anything, but walking through the Capitol, and you lock them up for 2 years, and they don't even get to see a judge for 2 years, and then they just start handing out time.
Right. Valon, here's some of the Tennessee protest audio that I believe Dan Proft played. Yeah, No action, no peace. No action, no peace, Fly.
You know what? I did hear that. I did hear it when they played it.
Yeah. But, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that, Valon. Nothing to see here. Move along. Move along. Nothing to see here, Valon. They don't want to have that discussion though, right?
Well, they are an oppressed class of people.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So they get to speak out. They get to address their government.
Redress their government. Okay,
redress.
Those of us who are center right and believe we should be able to do it, nah, we can't do it. Nah. But that's the whole thing. That's what they want to do. They want to shut down our ability to speak truth to power, and we cannot allow that to happen, Verlon.
Well, yeah. I mean, the people that they want to have a voice, they're going to let have a voice, and the people that they don't won't. BLM can have a voice, trans can have a voice, and whoever else they feel is oppressed can have a voice, but a black conservative,
Yeah.
No, you're just an attack dog.
Yeah. Gina Perilli, call in. She's running for library board in Westmont, Illinois. Call in. I want to talk to you. Let's talk to Dominic from Glendale Heights. Dominic, welcome to Black and Right.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing well.
I'm calling in reference to the young man that was just sentenced to putting out a meme in 2016 against Hillary Clinton, and he was sentenced, and he was convicted, but now they could sentence him up to 10 years for freedom of speech, basically. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Whoa, what was the meme?
Oh, something about, just remember, Democrats, you can go vote on Twitter. That was it.
Oh, God.
And he's being sentenced for that?
They convicted him, and now he could have jail time up to 10 years. Go back to. I only found out last night when I was watching Tucker.
What was the charge? What was the charge?
That he put a mean tweet out against Hillary Clinton, and that he told Democrats they could vote on Twitter.
Unbelievable.
I remember this now. I do remember this now. Basically, election interference. Basically, I think that's what they got him on. Or try.
Really? So,
yeah.
So the Democrats that tell you could vote anytime you want, that's not election interference.
Oh, they do election interference every election.
Wow.
Right. So you're going to tell me those are the ones that put out those memes. They don't have interference. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a joke. You know what? I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. What else can you say?
They leave you speechless.
It does leave you speechless.
I don't know.
Thanks so much for calling in, Dominic.
Appreciate
Appreciate your call.
Day.
Thanks for listening.
Take it easy.
Let's go to Gina from Westmont. She called in. Gina, welcome to Back and Right.
Hey there, John. How are you?
I'm doing well. So talk to about you running for library board in Westmont. Why are you running, and why should people vote for you?
I'm going to expose all those books in the kids section. It's despicable.
Yeah, it really is.
So, it really makes me sick. I checked a whole bunch of them out. It's deplorable what they want our kids to read. I will fight for tooth and nail for my future grandson. So
yeah, it honestly, I mean, some of the stuff that's in those books, though, I mean, it is really graphic and it's really porn.
Oh, it really is. I mean, I've been walking the door or knocking on doors, showing people pictures of the books, and they are just appalled that these are in the library. I mean, it's just appalling. But before I end, too, I want to give a shout out to the 3 school board candidates in Westmont.
Go ahead.
Whitney Rogers, George Wilson, and Jim Lasiga are running for 201, District 201 in Westmont. But yeah, those books are appalling.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, Gina.
Thanks so much for calling us, Gina.
That they're a bunch of ostriches and turtles. You put your head in the sand and you hope the danger go away, or you want to retreat into your safe space. It's not gonna work. You have to stand up and fight.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for after the break to bring you on, Mike, both Mikes, because Mike from Shorewood, does John still think if a fair shake is ever going to happen? I don't shake. I don't remember what I said fair shake about, but all right, challenge me, Mike.
He's gonna remind you.
Hey, I have no problem with that, Mike. But hey, if you guys know anybody that's running for office, school board, library board, park district, whatever, we got to win at every level. And call in to the show 312-642-5600, 312-642-5600. We got this segment, the next segment, and to discuss it. We got to get fighters, man. We have to, Valon. Have to.
Oh, we will.
So Michael from Lockport and Mike from Shorewood, hold the line. We'll take you as soon as we get back.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
Historically, according to Professor quotation marks Drenton, tidiness is intertwined with status. You keep a nice house with a nice pantry, you're an oppressor.
Well, what should we do with them, Dan?
Dan, I know the only thing you make for dinner is reservations. The only thing in your pantry is like a bottle of Jim Beam. Couldn't it be said that you're the most racist person ever?
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Balance of Nature has been using whole fruits and vegetables to change lives for decades. But did you know about Balance of Nature's revolutionary fiber product? Balance of Nature's Fiber and Spice uses a well-researched blend of whole fiber sources, such as psyllium husk, flaxseed, monk fruit, and whole apple, to provide your body with powerful nutrition. It contains 12 carefully selected spices, including cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, and cumin, just to name a few. Each ingredient helps in getting the essential nutrition you need. It supports overall wellness and gut health, giving you the ability to live your best life no matter your age. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies and fiber and spice work together as Balance of Nature's whole health system. Get the most nutrition you can by upgrading to the whole health system today. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-2468-751. And for a limited time, get 50% off your upgrade when you use discount code CHICAGO.
This is Carol Platt-Liebau for townhall.com. In sobering news for our country's future, a new Wall Street Journal poll says our national values have shifted radically over the last 25 years. In 1998, 70% of Americans deemed patriotism very important, and 62% said the same of religion. Now, only 38% find patriotism very important, and only 39% said the same of religion. The share of Americans who hold child-rearing and hard work as very important values has also fallen dramatically. Young Americans are the least religious, least patriotic, and least committed both to hard work and to having children. Not surprisingly, they're also more anxious and depressed. It's sad for them, and a resounding failure on the part of all of us charged with equipping them for lives of meaning and purpose. We need to turn the ship around, fast.
Publicpolicy.pepperdine.edu. There are more than 40 million people enslaved in the world today, and that number grows every day. Most of them are women and children.
They lock you in cellars or in rooms with no windows, and 95% of girls that are born in the brothels remain trapped in the brothels for the rest of their lives.
SOS International is working to make freedom possible for these women and kids. And with your help, today can be the day another victim comes into freedom.
By the hundreds, we are saving those girls and bringing them to a secure place, a place that is a safe home for them to grow in.
Just $150 makes freedom possible for a trafficking victim. It provides shelter, food, counseling, everything they need to start a new life. Make freedom possible now. Dial pound 250 and say Chicago Cares. Every gift given right now will be doubled to free yet another woman or child. Dial pound 250 and say Chicago Cares. Or go to 560theanswer.com/SOS.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with a troublemaker causing trouble. I got a text from somebody that says the transgender movement is looking for their George Floyd moment. Ooh. Ooh.
Are they?
Ouch. Well, they had the Trans Vengeance Day, remember?
Do they want a martyr like George Floyd?
I believe they do. I really believe they do.
You think they're looking for someone to die so they can push their movement forward?
Yes. Let's go to Michael from Lockport. Michael, welcome to Black and Right.
Hi, I'm Michael Lewandowski. I'm running for Lockport Township High School District 205. I was able to defeat CRT, and right now I'm dealing with DEI, which really is...
It's DIE. We call it die here.
Yeah, I agree. That's what it is, because it's going to kill the community. I'm fighting that thing all the way. It's crazy.
Can I ask you a question? How did you defeat CRT?
I was against it right from the beginning, and I was able to convince the other board members that it was a bad idea.
Okay.
But they turned it around, and they don't call it CRT. They don't call it CRT anymore. They just implemented it through the teachers. So the teachers already are trained that way. Rather than teaching the students directly, they're teaching the teachers to use it without calling it the same name.
Yeah, I know. They've been
Hey, Michael, are you running with Mike Clausen, or is it the other gal that's running over there? Are you running?
I am not running with 4 candidates. I'm running independently.
Okay.
I've been on the school board since 1999. I've been the steady wheel, keeping the thing going in the right direction. However, when we get new candidates in that want to disrupt things, it makes it difficult. So I'm trying to keep it conservative, keep it moving in the right direction. And it's just my opportunity to serve the community.
Yeah. So where can people find you to get involved? Because you're running again, correct? And where can people follow you?
On Facebook. That's the only place I'm there. My phone number is there. Feel free to call me or text me, whatever you want to do. I'm really open. I'm happy to discuss any issue that you have.
All right.
What I'm seeing from the state and from the federal government coming up is very disgusting, especially when it comes to sexuality. We're in education. We are there to teach the students what they need to know. And all this social posturing is just like a bunch of BS to me. Reading, writing, and arithmetic, let's get that done.
Yep.
Do it in the best way we possibly can.
Yep. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much, guys. Go out and vote for. It's Michael Lewandowski, right?
Yes, it is. District 205, Lockport Township High School. It's going to say vote for 3, but I'm the only one that you know, so please just vote for 1.
Thank you so much, Michael, for calling us. Let's go to Mike from Shorewood. Mike, all right, call me out.
John, I hope your call screener finally changes at Mike
Yorkville.
Infamous Mike Yorkville. Yeah, they keep on having it Shorewood. I don't know why. Anyways, listen to this gentleman, even Mike. He's convinced me even more that why public schools should actually be banned and outlawed in this country even more, because all they do is rebrand stuff to go ahead and just appease people from CRT and all that. But again, this idea of a fair shake, it isn't going to happen.
Fair
They've
shake
already
about
achieved
what,
the
though? Help
level.
me understand. Fair shake.
Fair shake. You can go through the justice system,
okay.
elections, everything, all the way through. We're needing a serious reset button in this whole thing, from federal to state to local, everything, because it's not going to work. We're going to be spinning our wheels. They're going to be infiltrating more in the legislation, more into the judicial system, more into law enforcement, use the whole spectrum. And then if you oppose anything they do, you're going to be branded. You're going to be Saul Alinsky'd.
Yeah.
And there is no sense. At some point, just like some of those NHL teams or even those individuals, we have to just grow up and just say, I'm sorry, that's not part of me.
I agree.
If you don't like it, too bad.
I agree, Mike.
And too many of these, too many of these places are doing this, like you say, die.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. If we want to look at it today, we have a person that plays president and vice president that are DEI type of style hires right now.
Wow, man. You vicious today, Mike. Thanks so much for calling. We got to go through. We got a lot of calls there, and they calling in now. Let's go to Mark. Putting armed guards in school. Mark, go ahead.
Hi, John. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you.
Love your show.
Appreciate that.
You know, it's way past time to lock our schools down. Columbine occurred in 1999, and that should have been the last school shooting in America. And why people think that, armed guards are not the answer, I got to tell you, shooters aren't coming where they're not welcome.
Soft targets.
They're not welcome. You're right. They're not welcome in buildings where they're going to be the target.
Mark,
armed guard.
I just want to say, Mark, I've said this with John. I don't know how long ago, when we had metal detectors and we had a resource officer. No more shootings. You had to go way in the neighborhood to find somebody getting shot like today. But in them suburbs, they don't like the optics.
Yep, that's true.
That's all it is. They just don't like the optics. They think their kids are going to a prison. Yeah. That's the problem.
But it's a soft target.
Correct.
It's a soft target.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I'm in a suburban school, and we just recently went to metal detectors, and they were frowned upon for the longest time.
Yep.
Yeah. We have them now. But I'll be honest with you, we need more.
Yeah.
Because these guys, I've taken training on school shootings, and these guys don't care. They're just coming in to do damage. They don't care who they shoot, who they maim, kill. They just want to do damage. So we got to do more. Let's put these armed guards in our schools, and our schools will once again be safe havens for our students.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for calling us, Mark. I'm with you. I think we need more guns in the schools as well with teachers. Police. It took 14 minutes before the Nashville cops got there. Man, I'm sorry, man. In this new world we're living in, the life you save will be your own. We need more guns in schools. I will stand by that. Let's go to Amy. She's also a school board candidate. Amy, welcome to Black and Right.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
No problem. Where are you running for? What school district?
Yeah, so I'm in Wheaton-Warrenville, District 200. So it's wild out there. I don't know if you guys
talk about a fall from grace. Talk about a fall from grace. Wheaton-Warrenville, that whole school, that whole area used to be a stronghold for.
I know.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And our proficiencies, as everyone knows, unless they're denying it, are down, and we're not the excellent school system that we used to be. So, step number one in solving problems is admitting that there's a problem, and that's something that somehow more than half the candidates running for the 4 seats can't seem to admit. So, that's what separates myself and my slate mates from the rest of the group is we're sitting here saying, this isn't the best we can offer our students.
Yeah. How many people are running with you? How many people are running?
I have a slate. We're a slate of 4. So there are 4 seats coming available. There's 1 2-year term, and we have a lady named Kimberly Hobbs running for that spot. And then there are 3 4-year terms. So it's myself, Amy Erkenswick, we've got Spencer Garrett, and we've got David Somer. So, hopefully we all 4 get in, and then we'll have, a more representative board of what our community, actually looks like and values.
Yeah. And what can people find you in that slate? More information about it if they choose to vote for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So our group is called Parents for CUSD 200 Children. Our website is parentsforcusd200.com. We also have a Facebook page that you can follow as well. So we've got all kinds of information about who we are and what we stand for. And, we're just really the conservative, common sense parents who want to address the issues that are there and, work towards getting our kids back to reading and excellent, rigorous education and getting our kids away from this whole social, political, indoctrination of, raising up social and political activists.
Wow. Amazing. Hey, guys, go out and vote for that Wheaton-Warrenville slate. We got to get more strong fighters in there. Amy, thanks so much for calling us. We got to go to break.
Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem.
Have a great night.
You as well. Thank you. Dennis, I'm trying to get to you, brother. I promise you I'm trying to get to you, but the phone lines are blowing up tonight. Dennis, David, Janelle, hold the line. I'll take you. We got a guest in studio, live in studio, but I promise you I'll clear this board, and then we'll go to our guests. We'll be right back.
Just wanna die. All I know is pain. All I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to violence. My killers move in silence like you don't know what I silence. New York killers are wild. My dogs is with it. You want it?
Don't miss AM 560's Dan Proft.
Joe Giro. At least 21 people died from storms yesterday that dropped tornadoes across the South and Midwest. One twister tore a path through Little Rock, Arkansas. Mayor Frank Scott Jr.
We deem to believe at least 2,100 residents within the western portions of Little Rock and southwestern portion of Little Rock were impacted. We know from Energy Arkansas, 27 to 30,000 homes are without power.
In Belvedere, Illinois, a person was killed when the roof on a theater collapsed. Vice President Kamala Harris remains on her visit to Africa with a stop at a farm in Zambia today to see agricultural innovations.
The work here is an example of what we want to encourage more. To that end, the trip has been about what we can do to cultivate and grow public-private partnerships.
Severe weather in Zambia has caused massive food shortages. America is listening to Fox News.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
When your home or business has an insurance claim, the next step is very important. The claim process with insurance can be tedious, hard to understand, and difficult to navigate. You need someone working for you. You need a licensed claim adjuster. Why? The insurance company will send out their inspectors that work for them, get paid by them, and represent them, not you.
This is Dan Lights from Crosscom. We inspect your property, file your claim, negotiate the damages, and maximize your settlement with your insurance company. If we complete the repairs approved by your insurance company, our service is free. Crosscom Public Adjusters has turned denied claims into approved claims. We've also increased insurance claims anywhere from 23 to 1,000%. We are licensed by the Department of Insurance and work in Illinois, Northwest Indiana, and Southern Wisconsin. Crosscom Public Adjusters, 630-871-5500. Online at crosscominc.com. That's crosscominc.com. Crosscom, building trust for over 20 years.
Have you been struggling to find an easy, safe, and secure document scanning solution for Salesforce.com, Microsoft 365, SharePoint, or OnBase by Highland? Your struggle is now over, and it's time to get your documents and operations into the 21st century. With IoT Smart Connected Scanning, it's easy to turn physical paper into digital documents and have them directly uploaded to the cloud with IoT Smart Connected Scanning from IDT. And you don't need a degree in computing or IT to make it happen. Using QR code technology uniquely configured for your specific business, anyone can set the IoT Smart Connected Scanning device up in 5 minutes or less, saving your organization money and valuable time. Remote employees can even capture documents and send them safely and seamlessly. Organize documents efficiently and securely with IoT Smart Connected Scanning from IDT. To see a demo or to order now, go to ready4idt.com. That's ready4idt.com. Use promo code SMART and receive 10% off your order. IDT, putting paper in its place.
Hi, it's Amy. Big news. Mike Lindell and MyPillow are launching the MyPillow 2.0. When Mike invented MyPillow, it had everything you could ever want in a pillow. Now, nearly 20 years later, he discovered a new technology that makes MyPillow even better. The MyPillow 2.0 has the patented adjustable fill of the original MyPillow, and now with the brand new fabric that is made with a temperature-regulating thread. The softest, smoothest, and coolest pillow you will ever own. Great news on the MyPillow 2.0. It's now buy one, get one free with promo code Amy. The MyPillow 2.0 is machine washable and dryable. MyPillow 2.0 with its temperature-regulating technology is 100% made in America and comes with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Just go to MyPillow.com and enter promo code Amy to receive the MyPillow 2.0 buy one, get one free offer. And just when you thought MyPillow couldn't get any better, MyPillow 2.0 gives you the best sleep ever. Don't forget promo code Amy or call 800-489-0201 to get your MyPillow 2.0 now.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Switch your attitude.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Troublemaker, and we got some guests. Before we go to our guests, I want to clear the phone lines. Dennis, I want to keep you on the line, Rebeletti, to be a part of this next discussion. Let's go to David from Lansing. Expose Soros. Hey, David.
Hi, guys. Coming in mild without habanero.
Oh, here we go.
There he goes. I love it, David.
All right. I want you guys to keep focusing on Soros and the connections to him, to the DAs, because a lot of people, it doesn't make sense when you look at these DAs on their surface. Why would they do such things, like let these people go? And it all makes sense when you see the money connection, because Soros, it's my theory, he's like Jabba the Hutt. He's like in the face with the wrinkles on his face. It's the same wrinkles on Jabba the Hutt's body, but he's kind of it's easier to destroy something and make money off of it than to build something up. So he shorts, the dollar, and he wants to destroy it. That's my theory behind it. So he puts all this destruction in, and he's going to make money off the destruction of the United States. So he's kind of doing it. So keep exposing that, and that'll show that there's a money incentive behind how these district attorneys are acting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
How easy is it to destroy this society if you get rid of the rule of law?
Right. It would be easier than trying to build it up. It's hard to build something. If you've ever owned your own business, it's hard to build it up. It's easier to destroy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Anyway, my second comment real quick is people are out there still complaining about Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. My solution is I've never used any, except Facebook. I used it twice to contact one person from grade school, and I never use it because I know when I use it, that's eyeballs on Facebook's screen, and the more eyeballs on Facebook, the more their metrics go up, and the more they can charge for advertising. So even if you just go to the Facebook website, you're giving Mark Zuckerberg money indirectly.
That's true.
I just cut them all out 100%. So keep going, guys. I enjoy your show.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Let's go to Janelle. Janelle from Chicago. Really?
In Verline. How are you?
How you doing?
Hey.
So on January 12th, there was an email that was sent out to the parents. I'm sorry, January 16th at District 86. I'm just wondering if there's anybody else that experienced this. We have to be really careful about the surveillance system that we're going to put in based on school shootings, because what they're doing there is they're testing a pair of weapons detection systems at Hinsdale Central and Hinsdale South. They sent the email to opt out to the parents late night, the night before implementation. These systems are utilized by a lot of organizations. However, it's basically biometric data collection of these children, and it's through OpenGate and Evolve Express. They really didn't do their due diligence in providing the right information to the parents. And what this does is it will scan the children from head to toe, expose them to EMF.
Through scanners? I mean, metal detectors?
Oh yeah, body scanners. Yes, and it's like a bio. They're collecting. They're collecting all the bio information on children.
Oh. Well, they did that through COVID. They've already done that through COVID.
That is true, and it's just one more layer. But we have to be careful because they're not going to put armed guards at the doors. They're going to find a way to get out of that, and they're going to implement this. And that's
I don't want the armed guards just at the door because the shooter will immediately. I want armed people throughout schools, because guess what?
I want them to be unidentified.
Yeah, and I'm plainly dressed with a weapon, and I want AR-15s in those schools too, so that you can fight fire with fire. I'm sorry, I am that extreme when it comes to the Second Amendment, because that is the most important amendment that we have. If we do not have the Second Amendment, we have our republic is completely dead. There's no democracy, as Democrats like to say it. Guess what? I'm sorry. I want more guns in the schools.
And John, you know who the first one to get rid of guns was, and how when he did this, he methodically went through Europe and started to take over nations, and that was Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks so much for calling us, Janelle.
Bye, Janelle.
Right, bye, guys.
All right. Dennis, I'm just going to bring you in, okay? Is that all okay with you?
That's great.
All right, thank you, Dennis Repoletti. The prosecutor is now on the line. We not only do we need more people who are running for school boards, library boards, we also need more people involved in city government, because you saw what happened throughout our nation through the COVID lockdowns. You know how this happened? Because we had these. I'm gonna try to be nice, Flan. We had these government officials who just ramrodded through our rights as citizens. They didn't care about what documentation. They didn't care about what rules, what laws were already in place. They just ran right over them, especially in a lot of cities and a lot of counties. Oh, this clock not having that timer.
Hey, I had that problem the other week.
Oh, it's throwing me off not having that clock, that timer on there. All right, I'm going to finish this when we come back. But I want to introduce Jay Rowdy and Christina Clausen, who are running in Homer Township for trustees. Homer Glen. What'd I say?
You said Homer Township.
Right.
Village of Homer Glen.
Right. We'll be right back.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I'm 70 years old, and I took it for 5 days, and it was just, the 5th day I was just like I was back. It was like I dropped 10 years.
I'm improving. It gives me energy. I can get up and I can go out, work, and mow the grass and do things like that. And people notice, what are you doing that's helping you? And I said, taking the balance of nature. And so it does good.
Start your journey to better health with Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first preferred order. That's 1-800-246-8751. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Let's face it, talking about life insurance is never easy. But after we watched a close friend lose her husband with no insurance, we decided that wasn't going to happen to our family.
Yeah, but shopping for life insurance can be almost as difficult as talking about it.
But then we heard about Ethos Life Insurance. They're a new kind of life insurance, built for people on a busy schedule who don't have time for unnecessary doctor's visits, fine print, or hidden fees. Who want to keep it simple.
I couldn't believe how easy it was. We answered a few basic questions, and within minutes, we had an estimate of what it would cost and what sort of policy made sense for us.
I never imagined a life insurance could be so affordable.
And accessible.
The peace of mind knowing that our future is secure, it just removes a lot of the fear around getting older and...
Yeah, the unexpected.
I'm glad we talked about it.
I'm glad we went with ethoslife.com.
Go to ethoslife.com now for your free estimate. That's ETHOSlife.com. EthosLife.com.
Dr. Gorka here, and I want to talk to you for a minute about 100% drug-free Relief Factor. I've been taking Relief Factor for years now to help me deal with pain in my body. My wife takes it as well. The reason we tell everyone we know about it is simple. We found it really works to help our bodies fight off the inflammation that causes aches and pains. Whether it's the pain of injuries you've sustained or just the natural pains from the mileage over the years, Relief Factor can help. I've never looked back. Almost 70% of the more than 500,000 people who have tried Relief Factor end up ordering more. That's because it works for them the way it works for me. Isn't it time for you to get out of pain? Your first step to becoming pain-free should be to order the 3-week quick start for the discounted price of only $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF to find out more about this offer. That's ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. Feel the difference.
We now return to Black and White on AM 560. The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
There it is, Milan.
I got a question for both of you. Who was a better singer, Marvin Gaye or George Michaels?
Michael.
How about you?
I'm going to say Marvin Gaye.
Oh, Jesus.
Milan, stop asking the question.
Here's the thing.
Don't placate to two black guys.
No, the reason why is because you're comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Two completely different styles.
It's just the purity of the voice. One of my
I would prefer to listen to Marvin Gaye opposed to George Michael, so that's why I made that decision.
One of my old bosses at Walgreens, we used to have this conversation in the stock room. He was a white guy, I was a black guy, and I always took up for Michael Jackson. He loved Paul McCartney. We said, we went around the store, who's the better singer, Paul McCartney or Michael Jackson? His rebuttal to me was Paul McCartney had a more pure voice. Michael Jackson was just a better performer.
Moves.
So are you a musician or do you play any kind of
No.
Because
He's a bum.
sometimes, so what?
He's a bum.
Musicians tend to get very technical. My brother's one. He's been teaching guitar for almost 30 years now. And some music that I just enjoy to listen to, he's like, that's not really music.
We go outside.
Okay, well, I got one. Okay,
no, let's get to the interview. They came here to be interviewed. Jay and Christina, you guys are running for Homer Glenn trustee.
Yes.
Christina, you and I had this talk a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Christina, don't do it.
Yeah.
But you did it anyway. But I'm kidding. But I've gotten to know you, you're a fighter. Mm-hmm. You're somebody that's not gonna. And COVID woke you up.
Yes.
We've had this discussion. But why are you running?
Get out of here.
I've seen our country get sold out from our country, our states, our counties, our schools, our libraries, and I just couldn't sit back any longer and let it happen. I preach, I run Illinois Patriots. We got a lot of followers, and I preach every day, get out there and get involved. And I was asked.
Yeah.
And it was a little hard to say no.
Were you voluntold by Steve?
Yeah, I was totally voluntold by Steve. So.
And Jay, you're a veteran in all of this, in politics. You've been around.
Well, I mean, I've never run for office.
Right, but you've been behind the scenes. You're behind the scenes.
Yeah, I've been active for a few years now. Behind the scenes, I really became more active in the past couple of years. But I've always followed Steve. I've known Steve for a few years. I never really put myself out there to run for any kind of political office. But just like Christina, the political landscape in our country over the past 3 years, actually almost since 2016, I really didn't see it that much then. But throughout 2016 to 2020, I really saw things that just didn't make sense anymore. And so we, like Chris, a lot of us became verbal on social media. And then they went after our kids, and when COVID came in, and that's actually how I met Chris.
Yep.
That's actually, I don't know if we have time, but I have a great story on how I actually met Christina Clausen.
Go ahead, tell it.
So Christina MC Clausen. My wife's like, I was never big on social media. I was never big on Facebook. My wife actually started my Facebook profile when I was 50 years old.
Oh.
And she's like, she goes, you don't ever go on it. You don't ever look at it. Well, when the kids were locked down and we were going into fall of 21, and they started saying that after the kids had spent the whole summer playing with their friends, no mask, that they're going to mask the kids and they're going to start requiring the vaccine. And I was like, no, there's no way they're going to do that. And my wife's like, you need to go on Facebook. You need to see what these crazy people are saying, that if you don't vaccinate your kid, you should keep them at home. And I'm like, well, that doesn't even make sense. If the vaccine works, what do you care if we're vaccinated or not, right? And so I decided, and I made that comment on a group page from our local area.
Oh, gosh. Uh-oh.
And at that point in time, the floodgates just opened up. No one knew who Jay Rhodey was, but they knew, they just, my name on Facebook is J Man. Yeah. And people just started coming after me out of woodwork, and they thought they were nuts. But I looked over at my wife, and she had already fell asleep. We were in bed. And all of a sudden, I was like, man, I'm not going on social media ever again. Forget about it. It's not for me. This is people are nuts.
Yeah.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, this bright light came in the name of Christina MC.
Right.
She's like, I'm with you. No way, never again. I will homeschool my kids. I will be at every school board meeting. I will be at your side.
Wow. And Steve is a force. Steve Ballard is a force of nature. Yes. And if I know they want to take him out. I know they want him out because he has the ability to speak truth to power. He's unafraid. He's not afraid of any of these people. But is Homer Glenn, what's the makeup, the political makeup? Is that
very Republican?
Very Republican.
Very Republican. They campaigned against Steve for county board. I thought for sure there was no way he was going to win.
Yeah.
And he blew it out of the water. Yeah. I mean, he literally, it was 7,000 votes between him and the bottom vote getter.
Wow.
So he's
he's
a
force.
He definitely is. And
Dennis, you got a question?
How to build people up.
Dennis, you there? He put his phone on mute because he was talking while we were talking.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I was still on or not, but I guess what's the biggest platform moving forward? I mean, we see what government can do and its possibilities. Its negative side, what would you guys do if you were elected?
Yeah. Well, you know what? This ticker is not there, so you're going to answer that after the break.
Okay.
But, I think that's a good question because what's happening throughout our country, especially our cities, I think, because is this nonpartisan as well?
Yeah.
It is
a
nonpartisan race.
But
is it? What is it?
Right, because Pritzker's sending money around to all the different races.
Correct.
Dennis, we rephrase that question when we come back from the break. You're listening to Black and White Radio on AM 560 The Answer. Hey, AM 560 The Answer, let's get that ticker fixed. We'll be right back.
There are more than 40 million people enslaved in the world today, and that number grows every day. Most of them are women and children.
They lock you in cellars or in rooms with no windows, and 95% of girls that are born in the brothels remain trapped in the brothels for the rest of their lives.
SOS International is working to make freedom possible for these women and kids. And with your help, today can be the day another victim comes into freedom.
By the hundreds, we are saving those girls and bringing them to a secure place, a place that is a safe home for them to grow in.
Just $150 makes freedom possible for a trafficking victim. It provides shelter, food, counseling, everything they need to start a new life. Make freedom possible now. Dial pound 250 and say Chicago Cares. Every gift given right now will be doubled to free yet another woman or child. Dial pound 250 and say Chicago Cares. Or go to 560theanswer.com/SOS.
There are a million reasons to go beyond the numbers with your finances. Done right, your financial strategy should lighten your step so that you can lift up others. At Thrivent, we've helped clients with advice, investments, insurance, banking, and generosity for over 100 years. Let us help you find your financial clarity and live a life that's full as well as fulfilling. See how your money can do more at Thrivent.com. Thrivent is the marketing name for Thrivent Financial for Lutherans. Thrivent.com/disclosures.
Floor Coverings International takes pride in making your flooring experience seamless. From the in-home consultation to installation to the final walkthrough, Floor Coverings International ensures you're completely satisfied. Your home is your sanctuary, and it's probably your biggest investment. When you need new floors, you want to make sure you're working with a team you can trust. Check out the Google reviews, and don't let the name fool you. Floor Coverings International is locally owned and operated. Visit floorcoveringsinternational.com today.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio. Before the break, we were talking to Jay Rody and Christina Clausen, who are candidates for Homer Glenn trustee. Dennis, go ahead and reframe your question.
Well, people talk about a lot of different issues in the past, but what are these candidates going to do to move their community forward? What's the policy that you'll be implementing on day one?
Anyone?
Okay, I'll take it. Well, first of all, it's kind of funny you said forward because that is the name of our campaign, Homer Forward. What had happened was we incorporated as a village. So Homer Glen, where we live, the village of Homer Glen became a village in 2021. And what had happened was
2001.
Or 2001, not 2021. 2001. And they've had very little growth. And so what happened was we had a lot of residential growth, but not a lot of businesses. And so when you have a village and you're incorporated, you've got to be able to pay for anything that hits that village with taxes and with residential taxes, and the taxpayers have been constantly hit. We actually pay some of the higher taxes for the type of type of municipal that we are. So one of our major focuses is going to be infrastructure.
Yeah.
So that if our infrastructure is brought up to par, that we can attract and bring in the proper development, so that we can lessen the burden on taxpayers moving forward. A lot of that the ball started running in 2021 with the last election, and we got rid of a lot of the old regime. If we can get rid of the remaining of the old regime, we can really move our village forward.
Now, you can answer that question, or I can give you a minute to tell the voters of Homer Glen why they should vote for you. Which would you rather? You want to get your pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead and give your,
it's fine.
because the show's over.
Okay.
So give your pitch.
I mean, we're fiscally responsible. We are going to focus on we got a big senior community, and we want to make sure that our seniors don't get taxed out of their homes. I will never, ever allow a business to close under any kind of mandates, anything like that. We are against mandates. And biggest thing is we can't be bought. We funded our own campaign, so we owe nobody.
Yeah. Family and friends, big businesses.
Same with you. A minute. Dude, give your
same thing. We need to move Homer Glen forward. We do believe in the Second Amendment. We are the highest cap in CCL licenses.
Wow.
Yep.
People in our area, we are 68 to 70% strong conservative vote, and we want to continue on that path.
And you guys got some other people that are running. You want to give a quick
School
shout out
board.
for them?
We also have
Ruben
Pazmino, who's our running mate. We have
Rose Reinders.
Rose Reinders for mayor. Owns
And-
Taza Italian Restaurant.
And Yvonne Chetnik for clerk. And then We the Parents Illinois is all the school board candidates and library candidates for Homer and Lockport.
Right.
So please check them out.
Is it a website?
WeTheParentsIllinois.com. WeTheParentsIllinois.com.
Hold on. And, Dennis, I'm mad at you, but that's okay because you should have been in here today, and I'm upset with you, but that's okay. Really quickly, Belly of the Beast coming up next. And don't forget, Black and Right Radio, go get some merch, support myself and a good charity. Valon, go ahead quickly.
That's what I was going to say. Make sure you tune in to Belly of the Beast right after this program with Babette and Raquel.
Okay.
Fastest hour in radio.
This is the fastest 3 hours. Fastest 3 hours of radio. But I want to thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
John.
As I stated throughout every candidate that I spoke to, we need fighters.
Yeah.
We have to save this republic. I don't want to save a democracy. I want the democracy to die. I want the republic to stand. And I think so many people don't understand our founding fathers and what they fought for and what they bled for. People need to go back and read the writings of our founding fathers and the Declaration of Independence. I think you'll get a greater appreciation for what they created, this place called America. But with that, thank you for coming. Thank you for all of the candidates, Valon, DJ Pete. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And with that, guys, see you next week.
I'm Shalom Klein. Join me each week for the Get Down to Business radio show. This show is packed with ideas that will inspire as you search for best practices to grow your business. Whether you are an experienced entrepreneur or just learning the ropes, Get Down to Business will tackle the issues affecting your everyday work life.
Get Down to Business is covered by Tom Mirabali, independent producer for Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois.
Listen each week to Get Down to Business with me, Shalom Klein. Heard Sunday afternoons at 6 right here on AM 560.
Hi, this is Carl Amari.
I'm Lisa Wolf. Join us every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. for all things entertainment on Hollywood 360.
If you love classic radio shows, The Shadow, Jack Benny, The Lone Ranger, Dragnet, Gunsmoke,